Lineup for Braves Country by D.M. McGee. A is for Aaron, the Hammer and Hank, the real home run king. Take that to the bank. B is for Bobby. Cox never cowered. He'd give Blue quite an earful on his way to the showers. C is for Chipper. Don't call him Larry. He would show up in Shea, the Mets he would bury. D is for David. Justice he'd bring. A Game 6 solo brought Atlanta their ring. E is for Eddie Matthews. 512 bombs away. Lit skies from Boston to Milwaukee to the A. F is for Fred. McGriff dog-biting crime. A fire was lit the day he arrived. G is for Glavine. Southpaw winds and kicks, changing speeds east and west, a gem in Game 6. H is for Harry and his brother George Wright, the father of baseball, Boston pennants in flight. I is for inning, ending double play, Riley to Ozzie to Olsen all day. J is for Jones, Andrew let her fly, and his gloves in center is where singles would die. K is for strikeouts, a plenty from Strider, the quads in the stash, getting swings from that slider. L is for Lopez, Javi to B-Mac, Travis and Smurf, we've been lucky to see that. M is for Mad Dog, he won 355, could swat flies with the changeup and still bust you inside. N is for Necro. He got to the hall by bending and knuckling and floating that ball. O is for Otis. Old Nixon could fly. The catch at the wall baffled our eyes. P still for Peterson. We were all rockin' pearls. With Eddie and Jorge, we were out of this world. Q is a quandary for why Dale is not in. Murphy MVPs again and again. R is for ranking, the top pitchers lore. Remember Kid Nichols, 107 WAR. S is for Smoltzy, the big three in the hall. When the game's on the line, you give John the ball. T is for Tyler, Matzik and the gift of 2021, the entire night shift. U is for Chavez, but we say Uncle Jesse. The frames, the release, kept the batters guessing. V is Van Weeren, Skip Carey 2, Don Ernie Joe, the tales from the booth. W is Warren, spawn Johnny Sane. They'd ride him in Boston and then pray for rain. X is Mazzoni. Yeah, X marked the spot. Leo rocked next to Bobby, and his pitchers stayed hot. Why it makes us feel young, the game's main appeal. Chopping through the battery, there's no better feel. Z is for Zip Boom Bam, Ramalama Ding Dong. Throughout the summer, we sing that song. From AJ to eyeglasses and a hell of a pen. Mad Max, Uncle Charlie, win after win. A cannon from short, and RC you later. Acuna Matata, there is no one greater. Though you can't fit them all when you just A to Z. Think of your favorites in the rafters we see. I started with 3, then 10, 25. 47, 31, and of course 29. Let's not forget 21, 41, 35, the Great 44, or 755, and old number 6, who led his great teams. The pennants were flying. It felt like a dream. From Boston to Milwaukee to Atlanta's TBS, a family, a tradition, Braves country's the best. Lineup for Braves Country by DM McGee.
I state your name.
I state your name.
Do hereby pledge allegiance to the
armchair.
With liberty for all.
You're in Braves country.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention now to the area in front of the pitcher's mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch.
You can't drink like me. You can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
What the hell's going on out here? Well, scared because his eyelids are jammed in his old man's hair. We need a live rooster to take the curse off Jose's glove, and nobody seems to know what to get Millie for their wedding present. We're dealing with a lot of
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it. The fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing, Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win. And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes, and the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
ground ball
ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in five. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America you get in a ballpark. And it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
People will come. They come for reasons they can't even fathom. Not knowing for sure why they're doing it. They'll arrive at your door as innocent as children longing for the past. Sit in shirt sleeves on a perfect afternoon. They have reserved seats somewhere along one of the baseline. Back when they were children, cheered their heroes. It'll be as if they'd dipped themselves in magic waters. The memories will be so thick, they'll have to brush them away from their faces. People will come. The one constant through all the years has been baseball. America has rolled by like an army of steamrollers, and erased like a blackboard. Rebuilt and erased again. Baseball to mark the time. This field, this game, it's a part of our past. It reminds us of all that once was good, and it could be again. Oh, people will come. People will most definitely come.
We're all told at some point in time we can no longer play the children's game. We just don't know when that's going to be. Some of us are told at 18, some of us are told at 40. But we're all told.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Which team do you play for?
Well, I'm a...
Well, I was just wondering, because I couldn't figure out why you would throw home when we've got a 2-run lead. You let the tying run get on second, and we lost the lead because of you.
Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to one strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to first, and here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Here's a list of the players we'll be inviting to camp.
I never heard of half of these guys. And the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
This guy here is dead.
Cross him off, then.
The local press seems to think we'd save everyone a lot of time and trouble if we just went out and shot ourselves.
We got uniforms and everything.
You know, you might think about taking Jesus Christ as your savior instead of fooling around with all this stuff.
I like him very much. He no help with curveball.
You trying to say Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
But I'll tell you, these fans are great. Listen to them. Hey, way to go, Rick. Oliver High loves you. Come on, baby. Come on, Ricky. Come on, Ricky.
The game doesn't stink. It's a great game.
You know, one of the best things about being an ex-big leaguer is getting freebies to the game. Call the front office, bingo. And once these fans recognize me, I probably won't even have to pay for my light here. Down it! I love them. Good seats, huh? You're in the wrong seat, buddy. Come on. Oh, I must be in the front row. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our band here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture. Our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we once were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy? He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
It is the American game. You see a guy hit the ball out the ballpark, and that same guy can come up tomorrow in that situation and miss the ball and lose the ball game. Can bring you up here, it can bring you down there. One thing about it, though, you know it always will be a tomorrow. You got me today, but I'm coming back.
Think about it. What is there in your life, besides your love of family maybe, that carries all the way through from almost your earliest recollections till the day you die, and you care about it in one way or another? There are very, very few things that make that list, but we have a child's interest in baseball, so it will be one of the few things in my life that I have cared about in one way or another all the way through.
There's a lot of wonderful stillness in baseball that I love. Many seconds of stillness. When the pitcher has got the sign, the batter is crouched, the ball players all lean forward with their hands on their knees, and then very shortly the ball is delivered. But in that tiny period when the pitch and the fever of the crowd is tangible, there's a moment of absolute stillness that I treasure.
The best of us keep as much of that childhood with us as we grow into adulthood as we can muster. And the most creative, the most happy, the most fortunate of us are those who don't lose the sense of play. And even after we're past the point of being able to actually play the game with any skill, if we love it, then it's like Peter Pan. We remain boys forever. We don't die.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
It's all mixed up with peanuts, tobacco juice, and a hearty feeling among the fans joshing each other. Always this raucous, good spirit. Everybody came to have a good time. The whole stand's full of people all roaring. In baseball, never known an instance where so instantly a whole crowd could be brought to its feet, roaring with delight over just a clean crack of a bat against the ball.
A lot of room in right center. If he hits one there, we can dance in the streets.
Drive and a base hit. Just as to score the tying run. Green to the plate. And he is saved.
We're 1 out away, Braves Country, from a trip to the World Series. Whatever superstition you've got, do it. The entire city of Atlanta, the entire South is standing on their feet, trying to will the Braves into the World Series. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And swung on and ripped over to Dansby Swanson. Dansby's got it. He fires over to first. Baby, sound the trumpets. Do the job through the streets. Your Atlanta Braves are headed to the World Series. And the place is going bananas.
Although edited, tonight's thriller contains suspense and violence which may be unsuitable. Parental discretion is advised.
Two, four, six, eight. Who do we appreciate?
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the Atlanta Braves are back at it. We're right here with you. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call of radio baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun, and chop along. Get your game face on. We'll go over the lineups as the game moves along. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Please like and subscribe today. Don't forget to hype the videos. It helps the smaller stations to bring folks in so we can all root this great game on together. Join the country club today, and a special thanks to all the members in the country club. You help support the BCR.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back.
Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Good afternoon, Braves Country. Ready for an Easter edition of Pitch by Pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Hope y'all are having a great Easter Sunday. We don't really have an emoji for Martin Perez. We're going to go ahead and load up the emoji that we had for Jose Suarez. But you know what? I think we still have this one. Give me 1 second to see if we got it. Well, I'm going to try to find it in the next break because I'm not sure where they put it. Oh, here's one. Doesn't quite fit him, but whatever. It's the closest thing we've got, so we went ahead and put it in there. We've got so Speedy Gonzalez, if y'all remember the mouse, the cartoon mouse. There was a rumor at one point that there was going to be a Gonzalez trade to the Braves. That's the short of it. And we made it, never have used it. So Perez doesn't really have a nickname that I've come up with yet. So for now, we'll just call him, we'll use the mouse emoji, undulate, when they strike out. I'm sure we'll come up with something. Because we got the No Way Jose for Jose Suarez, but Martin Perez, doesn't really fit. And there's a good chance that Suarez may piggyback him today. We'll see what happens. Good to see you, Iron Lung, Uncle Charlie, JC, all in the country club. Who else is in the country club here? Thank you, JC. Where are we at here? We'll hit the soundbite for that here in 1 second, JC. We get else into the country club. Who else is in here today? Get them first. Gary the Real McCoy. I think I got Uncle Charlie. Uncle Charlie, good to see you. I know it's Easter, so people will be popping in and out. We get it. I'm not sure what happened there. I think that thing just killed. Didn't even fade out. What in the deuce is going on around here? That's all right. We'll stay here with you as we're getting ready for first pitch. I'm assuming Royal Pete will be in and out of here. Oh, there she is. SS Dub. So I think we got all the country club members. So we got Joe Johnson, Nathaniel Brooks, SS Dub. Who else do we have in here today? Scroll on this other one. This other one's a lot easier to read. Kumar, Tim, Nathaniel. What did everybody do for Easter Day? Did y'all have a good lunch? Let's go ahead and hit that while I'm thinking of it. Sometimes it escapes me.
What's for dinner? Hey, chef, what's for dinner?
Y'all know I'm an old chef. We're doing our thing tonight. We're doing ham and broccoli casserole. It's traditionally what we do for Easter is ham, and usually my wife makes her broccoli casserole. I'm sure we'll have a couple other things. I ate super light for breakfast because I knew I was doing the game. I don't like doing this on a full stomach. It makes me kind of lethargic and out of it. SS Dub. Who else do we have in here that I didn't call up on the club? Who's not in the club? Marcus. Kumar. I think we already got Tim and Nathaniel. So I'm scrolling down, not scrolling up, so I might be hitting some of these twice. I think that's everybody. If I didn't get you, go ahead and jump into the chat. Give us your salutations. Tell us where you hail from. We're coming here live from the First Coast in North Florida. And while we get a chance, we get to play the new... I love the new... I'm going to tell that story in tomorrow's Braves Country Day for all you country club members on where that whole sound comes from, because it's kind of wild. Thank you for the donation.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us. Uber gobble, Uber gobble, Uber gobble. One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble, one of us. Uber gobble. Shut up! Oh my God, I don't care!
Atlanta Braves are wearing their road blues, blue jersey, red Atlanta across the chest outlined in white. Same thing with the numbers on the back. The names in the back are in white. Blue ball caps and the white ape representing the city of Atlanta and representing those Atlanta Braves that began in 1871 in Boston, Massachusetts as the Red Stockings. I've always liked the fact that we've kept the red just to kind of honor the fact of where we came from, the Red Stockings. But those of y'all who aren't history folks may not care about that one way or the other, but I did. Diamondbacks are wearing their home reds. Diamondbacks across the chest in black. He's good to set up. As soon as we get the 3D, we'll unveil the curtain. Holy Toledo, they got their act together in Arizona. Can we get a little bit of this in Braves country? Good Lord. Let's go ahead and get this rolling for y'all as soon as I can get it shared. Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to be your designated hitter today. We'll go over the lineup. There's a little bit of a difference today, excuse me. And there we go. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. Righty-righty matchup. And the first pitch on the way to Acuna is swung on and miss. Down and in for a strike. It's on one. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Down below the knees. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. 18 months for Charlie. Congratulations, Charlie. The 1-1 pitch, down and in. 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Turns and fires. Pitch on the way. Swing. Rattles it back. Foul. We'll do it again. JC at 15 months. Good to see you, JC. Thank you for the donation. Any reason to play that clip is that new clip is awesome. The 2-2. Swing. Lifts it high in the air into right field, and Acuna's down F9 your scorecard, one away. Ronald Acuna Jr. is leading off for your Atlanta Braves today as the designated hitter. He's not in the field. The Drake is batting second behind the plate. Olsen batting third at first. The Yaz is batting cleanup. He is our pick to click today. We didn't get a chance to get that in a second ago. We'll take Braves. We'll say Sunday they normally don't score a ton of runs. We'll say 5-2. The first pitch outside wide to the Drake. It's 1-0. The Yaz has really good numbers on today's starting pitcher, Brandon Fott. He's hitting over, I think it was 7 for 15 is what his numbers are, the 1-0. Right there for a strike, it's 1-1. I don't have them in front of me anymore, but I remember they jumped off the page at me. So 1-1 to Baldwin. After the Yaz, it'll be Harris, Ozzie Albies. Dubon is playing third for Austin Riley as the 1-1 down and away 2-1. He's just getting a day off. This isn't an injury related. It's just because he's been stinking at the plate. Because you can't give both him and Acuna the day off at the same time, they're giving Riley off. And they're hoping that Acuna can get out of his funk by not playing the field today and just kind of focusing on his at-bats. The 2-1 pitch, check swing, did he go around? They check around, and Alfonso Marquez says that he did. Not sure about that one. Marquez, that's Marquez doing Marquez-type things. He, especially on Sundays, I've noticed since we've been doing this that he likes to speed the game up a little bit. The 2-2. Swing, lifts it high and deep into right field. Get up, get up, get up, get up. She is gone! Zip, boom, bam, and all that stuff. A solo shot. The Drake has struck first blood here in the desert. Wowza!
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Ding dong, that pitch is dead. How far did it fly? 388 feet is the pitch on the way to Matt Olson, and the curveball swung on and chopped back foul. It's 0-1. That's a neck breaker right there, baby. The 0-1, outside wide. 1-1. 1-1 count. You know who we saw on X this morning, blast from the past? I think he actually posted yesterday as the 1-1 down and in 2-1. Any of y'all are on X, I need to go give this man a follow. He's played all over the league, but I noticed that his profile pictures him in Atlanta Braves gear is the 2-1 pitch swing, chops a foul. 2-2. Good old Russ Ortiz, 21-game winner in 2003. Went to the All-Star game that year. That was with the Braves. He played for the Braves in 03 and 04. It was the only All-Star selection he had, and it was with Atlanta. It was right after he was with the Giants as the 2-2 pitch swing. Rolls it over to second, and that's going to be a 4-3 putout. Easy toss there by the second baseman Marte to Fernandez, and there's 2 down. Remember, he came from the Giants in 02. They had just won the pennant, lost the series to the Angels. We got him in 03, and he was there for 2 years before he went on to other pastures. Never greener pastures when you leave Braves country, but he went to other ones. First pitch on the way is upstairs for a strike. No, ball, excuse me. They're up. He is going to challenge that. Let's see what happens here. Right now it's 1-0 on the Yaz, but it looked like it touched the top of the zone. Yep, it did. 0-1. Home plate umpires Lance Barrett. I was noticing this the other night. I don't think I mentioned it because I think it was during a break or not during a game. This has got to be the worst umpiring crew in all of Major League Baseball. And I haven't seen them all this year, but this collection, the guy behind the plate today is the 0-1 pitch. Swing, rolls it through the infield, and that's down for a base hit. And it's going to be a 2-out single for the Yaz. So let's get the Yaz rolling here on an Easter Sunday.
That's it. Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything.
Yabba, dabba, do. Yahoo!
Yahtzee, baby. Yaz is on, and here comes Harris. But we started this off with Malachi Moore. Then to Mike Estabrook, who had a horrific game. Alfonso Marquez, who's just legendarily bad. And Lance Barrett, who's not much better. I mean, I don't know why they put all 4 of these. They've got to be the worst-rated umpire crew in baseball. They just have to be. Normally when I look at a crew, I go, okay, but we're going to get a good guy on this day or that day. This guy's kind of stinks. The 1-0, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. Barrett is probably the highest-rated one of the 4 year in and year out, but he's still he's still in the bottom third. 1-1 count. It's amazing they would put this many guys together like that. Flips it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by, and Moore says he's safe. It's all going to get weeded out there before it's all said and done, though, isn't it, with the ABS challenge? The 1-1 count. Turns and fires, swing, chops it up the middle, and that's going to go over to second. It's going to be a 4-3 putout. But not before the Drake puts us on the board. Atlanta won.
You don't like the Drake?
Arizona nothing.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Back in a flash.
Hey, Alexa, where's my dad?
Your dad is in a strip club in Las Vegas.
Ha! Got you, Alexa. My dad's in the kitchen.
Your mom's husband is in the kitchen.
16 days sober. Hell yeah, brother. But, shakes, convulsions, the night terrors are back. That's nift.
Anxiety was at an all-time high. Irritation, insane. I hated life. I hated my wife, but not really. It's because my brain chemicals were bonded to a solution of pollution.
Anywho, I chose a month of 31 days because I'm an idiot, but we are halfway done. I should have chose February.
And for the thousands of you who have given up something or cut back on something in January with me, embrace the suck, all right?
I've been a lot of things before, but I've never been a giant cracker.
What's it with you and beer?
Number 1, I like beer.
That'll help.
Number 2, everywhere I've ever been, I've had a beer sponsor me. I've worked for about 5 or 6 different beers.
I know CJ Stroud defense. Hate to see him put that helmet on to get ready to take the field. Oh my God. I know they stress the out when he get ready to take the field.
One of Fenway's most famous rallies continued with pinch runner Dave Roberts.
Here's the throw. Roberts dives, and he is safe. Base hit center field. Here comes Roberts. Landing third. And scores the tying run.
For 3 more agonizing innings, it remained tied until Big Papi turned Fenway upside down in the 12th.
Swing and a drive. Deep to right. Way back. And this ball is gone. Jump on his back, fellas. The Red Sox win. David Ortiz has sent off another wild, uninhibited celebration at Fenway Park.
That win would, of course, spark the Red Sox to continue their quest to become the first Major League team ever to win a series after being down 3 games to none. And with that historic comeback, Fenway became a mecca.
Hey, you know you can make anybody a hat? You flip it upside down and it's capsized.
First pitch right there, down and away to Marte is for a ball. It's 1-0. What that lady meant to say was the 1-0 swing, lifts it down the line, and that ball's going to get into the corner. And Yaz has it. He'll flip it towards third base, and it's going to be a leadoff double for the Diamondbacks. We could be in an old-fashioned shootout. You never know. Perez pitched really well the other day. That pitch actually wasn't a bad pitch. It was in on his hands. He just somehow kept that thing fair. Corbin Carroll, the batter, lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Corbin Carroll, swung on and chopped down the first base line. Foul. It's 0-1. The 0-1. You're just joining us. The 0-1 pitch. Sinker down and away. 1-1. You're just joining us. Home run by Drake Baldwin, the top of the first inning, makes it 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing. Chops it off the plate. 1-2. Peter, sometimes I wish I had not deleted that Zip It Dumbo emoji we had for a few days. I just saw what you said. I think you'd have liked to use that now. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-2 count. Runner at second. Nobody out. Chris Sale is due on the mound tomorrow, y'all. Pitch on the way, swing, bangs it down the line. Pitched on Wednesday. You go every 5 days. Best case scenario in Major League Baseball. Sometimes they give you an extra day, so it would be every 6 days. So you don't pitch that often. They hadn't had a 4-man rotation since basically the 60s. 1-2 count. Few of them had them in the 70s, but they eventually went to 5. Pitch outside wide, 2-2. Two, runner at second. Nobody out. Brings it, swing, chops it towards first. Olsen will wait for the ball to get to him. He's got his gloves out, grabs it as he steps on the base, and Carroll is out by about a step. One away. Thankfully, that ball rolled right to him. If it takes any kind of a hop or a bump or hits the lip of the grass the wrong way, we're going to have problems. Runner at first moves down. Runner at second moves down to first, I should say. Geraldo Perdomo takes the first pitch up top, curveball for a strike. It's 0-1. So some folks getting the day off today on both sides. Moreno not in the lineup. McCann is the catcher today. They did not DH him like they have in the past as they go one swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Austin Riley is just getting a day off. He's been slumping really bad. For those of y'all may not have been paying attention, he's been hitting really poorly. So is Acuna, but you can't give them all the day off at the same time. Acuna's now batting just 156 after that 0-for-1 to start the game. The 0-2 pitch, swing, lifts it into left field. That ball is going to be caught. What a diving grab by the Yaz. It's going to tie the game, but what an outstanding grab by the Yaz. Holy Toledo. He had to lay out flat towards right or left center field, backward glove hand, and makes the grab. 2 down. What a great catch by the Yaz. Holy cow. That's going to be a dun-na-na.
Yes, put everything on it. Don't hold back anything.
Yabba, dabba, do.
Yachi, baby. First pitch sinker upstairs to Arenado's inside for a ball. It's 1-0. So Mateo is at short today. Dubon is at third. 1-0. Below the knees for a strike. 1-1. Riley also didn't have great numbers against Brandon Pfaadt. Probably just a day to get his mind right. And if Acuna doesn't snap out, maybe they DH Riley tomorrow and have Acuna take the day off. The 1-1's fouled away. It's 1-2. Braves 1, Arizona 1, 2 outs. Great catch by the Yaz. He's also already had a hit today. The 1-2 pitch, inside 2-2. That sinker will back him off. Braves Country today will come your way. Country Club tomorrow at noon. We'll go over the upcoming series with the Angels and Darno and Soler as the 2-2 pitch, swing lifted towards left. But Yaz is there to make the catch, and that'll end the inning. So they tie the game up, but it could have been worse. Great catch by the Yaz. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR.
Fisting, a term first used in 2 of William Shakespeare's plays, and it meant to hit somebody, nothing else.
Behind every blue-collar man is a woman actively keeping him alive. Not like supporting him, standing by her man. No, monitoring him like he is wildlife. Because left alone, this man will expire. We're like, did you eat? He's like, well, I had coffee. That's not food. That's motivation juice. These men are fueled by anger, nicotine, and Monster energy drinks. And the injuries are always next level. Limping, bleeding, bruised, held together by duct tape and hope. But blue-collar men don't get hurt. They just get a little sore for forever. And asking them to go to a doctor is insulting. Don't even bother asking them. He's like, I'll just walk it off. Walk it off. Walk off a detached shoulder? Behind every blue-collar man is a woman Googling symptoms at 2 a.m. WebMD says he's either dehydrated or dead. Safety is always third. No helmet, no gloves, no seatbelt. He's like, it's just a short drive. To where? The afterlife? Put your frickin' seatbelt on. We're not nagging. We're performing life preservation. Because without us, these men would be eating gas station taquitos, ignoring heart pain, and climbing on a ladder like, watch this!
The World Series had come to Fenway for the 9th time in its history, where the baseball continued to be bashed by the big man.
Swinging a line drive deep to right. If it's fair, it's gone. 3-run homer. Big Papi does it again.
They swept the series, and their faithful fans got swept up in a sensation not felt in Boston since 1918.
Red Sox fans have longed to hear it. The Boston Red Sox are world champions.
Of all the changes and additions to Fenway Park throughout its storied existence, nothing evoked greater joy than this banner.
World champion, Boston Red Sox.
Yo, I got like hella money. I got like $5. What? Lincoln?
Welcome back. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. kicks and fires. Swing, chops it foul. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. 1-1 your score. Braves got a home run by the Drake to start the game. Is the 0-2 pitch, high and outside, 1-2. And then Ketel Marte was driven home on a line drive. You can't even call that a sac fly. It's a line drive catch by the Yaz in left field while he was standing at third after a leadoff double is the 1-2 outside wide 2-2. So a 2-2 count. The Drake actually went to Missouri State. I was just giving it to him a hard time. They said he's a Virginia fan. I don't know why I thought he liked Georgia or something. I thought I guess Tim's up in that area. For some reason I thought he was down in Georgia, Alabama, North Florida, somewhere in that neighborhood. But now that he says it, I do remember that on the live last summer. We were going late, and I remember him bringing that up. The 2-2 count. Thank you, Jason, with the assist. The 2-2 pitch, swing. Chops it down the line, foul. Do it again. It just goes to show with all these guys that you get in the draft, you can get them from anywhere. And a lot of them don't even go to college. A lot of them get drafted right out of high school. The 2-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. One away. They've got that thing set up on the MLB The Show now where you can play with a college, or you can start with a player and he gets picked to go to a college or gets drafted or whatever. Thought that's a pretty neat idea that they started off with. First pitch swinging to do Bonds is fouled back out of play. It's 0-1. They only have I think they said 15 or 16 schools so far. I'm sure they're waiting to get the disappointing thing though was I was messing around with it last night after the game and I realized is the 0-1 outside wide 1-1. You don't play a season leading, or even like a handful of games leading it. They just take you straight to the College World Series with your college that you signed with. The 1-1 swing, chops it over to short. And it's going to be a 6-3 put out, 2 down. And so what they'll do is they'll ask you, the computer, the AI-generated computer asks you, what college would you like to go to? And then depending on, they either recruit you or they don't recruit you and other colleges recruit you, and you have to choose one of the ones that actually recruited you. They gave you an offer. First pitch on the way is right there at the knees to Eli White. It's 0-1. Speaking of the MLB The Show, we'll be bringing that back tomorrow. We're going to come on and do that at about 4 o'clock, I think is when we're going to do it. The 0-1. Outside wide, 1-1. The 4:20 is when we'll actually start it. So we'll probably come on about 5 minutes before, because you got to set the whole thing up. It's a whole thing. But the 1-1, down and away, 2-1. 2-1 count. We were going to do it a little later because the 9:38 start by the Braves, but we are coming on the air at 7 for the conclusion of the Cleveland-Kansas City game, and then we're going over to Braves Diamondbacks. The 2-1 pitch, down and away, 3-1. Because when the Braves are out here on the road on the West Coast, it's really difficult to do these double headers. It just, with work schedule and the radio schedule and everything like that, to try to squeeze them in. So we got 2 double headers this week as a 3-1 pitch, swing, lifts it. Eli sends it to right field, running in, making the running catches. Corbin Carroll, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves go down quietly after getting that first run on Fott. We'll be back in a flash. Bottom of the second we go. Fernandez leads us off when we return.
You could be in the middle of nowhere. Ain't one person in a 30-mile radius. Ain't an ounce of life for miles. And then there go a Dollar General coming up on the right.
Taylor, soldier, sailor, rich man, poor man, beggar man, thief. Well, that was an English nursery rhyme that started off somewhere in the 1400s. I know it's recorded somewhere in 1475 in someone's play, I believe, but that's where it originated from. And it was a game that you played, you'd stand in a circle, and when the girls played it, it was being predictive about their futures, who they'd end up marrying. When the boys played it, it was a game that would represent what they'd be when they grew up. Nowadays it's a little bit different, and different parts of the world have different job titles involved. But nowadays when we play it, for example, when I was a kid, we'd have fruit, and whatever pits or stones were left over, we'd count them, and that's what we'd end up being.
So my grandma always used to say, if somebody asks you about something private, just say, mind your mother business, you nosy ass.
He made personal appearances. The first year, 47, he made 15 appearances. When I saw him get off the airplane, I was shocked. He came out puffing, breathing hard. His color didn't look good. But there he was with this white cap and the white and black wingtip shoes. Then we went back to the ballpark. There was like 15,000 people there, most of them kids. It was a different man that appeared. Here he was, smiling.
I think he was happier at the ballpark than he was anywhere else. He didn't feel that good, but the strength of being around those young people that he was working with and imparting knowledge to them, I really think gave him strength.
Welcome in. Pull up a chair and grab a cold. Thank you for hyping and subscribing your home for the classic call, Radio Baseball. Welcome back. First pitch on the way to Fernandez is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Jose Fernandez 4 for 12 on the year. Lefty-righty matchup. The 1-0 swing pops it up. Down the third base line, calling off everybody is Dubon, but Mateo, the shortstop, he's got it. Calls off Dubon. F6 in your scorecard, one away. One up, one down. And Carlos Santana from the right side of the plate, switch hitting first baseman. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch right there at the knees. 0-1. He's off to a slow start, batting 0-43. Hopefully he doesn't wake up till after we leave. 0-1 count. Brings it right there at the knees. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Runner at first. Something's going on here now. Something happened to Santana. Looks like he's trying to stretch out his... Take another look at that. I mean, he didn't swing, but the moment he kind of bent down, I don't know if that was his knee or if it's a hamstring, but he froze on the pitch, and as he came back up, he was gingerly stretching himself out, and Lavulo and the trainer out there, or they're out there trying to make sure he's okay. Torey Lavulo, the manager, I guess he's going to give it a go. That was weird. You don't see that a lot. I mean, you'll see that a lot in restaurant league softball, where someone who's not used to playing a sport dislocates their knee because they're used to just going to the fryer and working that sucker. The 0-2 count. Perez turns and kicks outside wide, 1-2. He did it again. It's weird because when he holds up and didn't swing and he's trying to catch his balance, he just kind of, I don't know, the 1-2 inside, 2-2. Sure, he knows his body better than anybody else, but it just looks like he's not 100%. He's doing these deep breaths too, like he's in a lot of pain. 2-2 count. Swing, lifts it into left field, and Yaz got a bad break on that one, and that's going to be a single. And man, Santana barely got there. They're going to have to pull him out of the game. They are. There's going to be a pinch runner coming in. And he was hobbling down the line like an old retired linebacker in the 60s after too many smacks to the knee with the helmets. He was barely making it. But he got himself a base hit, so I'm sure he'll look at that as a win as long as that doesn't turn into a long-term injury. Vargas will be the base runner. See if he stays in the game. Lefty-righty matchup as Tawa takes the first pitch upstairs. Curveball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it. Curveball up top. 1-1. What you'll get from Perez is he's got a pretty decent mix of pitches. Is the 1-1 pitch in the dirt. 2-1. He throws the changeup about 38% of the time. Sinker at 30% and the cutter at 23%. He'll also mix in the curveball at about 9% of the time. 2-1 count. Upstairs, did he go around? Bust him inside, he did not. 3-1. He's kind of nibbling those corners and he's running the count up. 3-1. Did 27 pitches, so he's okay at that point. But he's not a guy that's going to get a ton of strikeouts. He's just one of those guys that's going to try to use his defense, get ground balls and pop-ups. 3-1 pitch right there. Cutter. It's full count. Runner at first, 1 out. A double play would get us out of the jam. Payoff pitch, swing, rolls it over towards short. We might get it 6, 4, 3, and he got him. Barely, but he got him. Smoke him if you got him. We got him. Just what the doctor ordered, a 6-4-3. We'll be back in a flash. 1-1 going to the third.
Why, eh? Why did that start in Newcastle? Well, why for a start means why, yes. It means certainly, definitely, yes. And it started hundreds of years ago because it was originally a Norse word. I was their way of saying yes. So that's where it comes from, Viking times.
It's pretty crazy that as an adult I can basically go wherever I want, but somehow that place just always ends up being, home.
Oh, my mama, I thought tequila was gonna make her freaky. She whooped my last night.
What do you want?
Tangerine Fanta, please.
Tangerine Fanta, please. They do not have that.
Tab.
Just a tab then. No. Nope.
Pepsi Lime.
Pepsi Lime. We have Coke. They have Coke.
Newer Classic.
The newer classic.
Just regular Coke. Okay, Schweppes then, Schweppes.
Okay, just a Schweppes then.
Did you say Schweppes?
Schweppes?
Schweppes.
Schweppes?
Say it again. Schweppes! The Schweppes!
And in 2007, just like in 2004, the Red Sox found themselves looking up in the League Championship Series on the verge of elimination.
Cleveland Indians are 1 win away from winning the American League pennant.
But down 3-2, they returned to Fenway and found magic in the air.
Hit well, back goes Sizemore to the warning track by the fence, and it's gone! Grand slam, J.D. Drew!
That slam helped them reach Game 7, where the smallest man on the roster had a monster of an impact.
A swing and a drive out to deep left center field. Goodbye! Pedroia, 2-run homer. And the Red Sox have broken it wide open.
Another classic comeback and another pennant clinched at Fenway.
For the second time in 4 years, the Red Sox have won the American League pennant.
I invented an air freshener that's controlled by my mind. It makes sense when you think about it.
Welcome back. Happy Easter to everybody. full swing of the spring when Easter's here. You got the College National Championship for men's basketball tomorrow night, and then, of course, on Thursday, it's the Masters. Jose Fernandez, they're focusing on him because he's the number 27 prospect in Major League Baseball for the Diamondbacks. And the first pitch on the way, swing chopped off the instep as Jorge Mateo leads us off. It's 0-1. I don't know if we had enough time to do this earlier, but left to right across the outfield, it's Barossa, Thomas, and Carroll. Around the horn, Arenado, Perdomo, and Marte. Fernandez is the first baseman. The 0-1 pitch swing lifts it into left field. Should be a fairly easy catch for Barossa. It is, and there's one way. Actually, I just realized that was last night's card. It's Tawa, Barossa, and Carroll across the outfield. Arenado, Perdomo, Marte, and Santana. Of course, he's been lifted because of injury. Is the first pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna Jr. Dribbles it over to third, and that'll be a 5-3. Another given up at bat there by Ronald. I'm telling you, they gave him the day off in the field, but I've been saying this for 3 days. They need to sit him for a day. Just sit him for a day like they're doing Riley, and let him reset. Let him watch the game and maybe do a little more study, and maybe talk along in the dugout with our hitting coach, Tim Hyatt, right? Like, not just because he just has it as a foregone conclusion he's going to play every day, top of the order, and I think you're better off giving him a day off. Is the first pitch on the way to the Drake, who homered his first time up, is outside. It's 1-0. I'd rather see them do that than panic and put him in the bottom of the order, because we know the talent's there. It's just he's not hitting right. 2-0 count. Brings it right there for a strike. 2-1. I would have been in favor of benching him today, but the DH be Dominic Smith, and go from there as the 2-1 pitch swing. Bangs it foul. We'll do it again. Sometimes you just got to play the hot hand no matter how good a guy is. Braves 1, Diamondbacks 1. Quickly 2 outs here in the third. There's a pitch on the way to the Drake. As he calls for time real quick, steps back into the box. Fott is at 42 pitches, so he's doing well on that front. The 2-2. Down and away, ball 3, 3-2. 3-2 count. On deck is Olsen. The payoff pitch. Swing. Rolls it over to first, and that's going to be a G3. Stepping on the bag is Vargas, who stayed in to play first base. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR Radio Network. 1-1. Middle of the third.
Hey, who's your hall pass?
Diplo.
What is a Diplo, first of all?
He's a DJ.
Diplo, that's the guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it a guy, first of all? Is that a thing?
Yes, Diplo, he's a guy. He's a DJ, and he has these tattoos, and he's don't worry about it. Who's your hall pass?
Your friend Brooke.
That's not how this works. You can't name someone in real life that you could actually have access to.
Why not?
Wait, my friend Brooke? Are you serious?
She's cute.
She comes over all the time. You cannot say that she's a hall pass.
Why not?
That's not how this game works. You're supposed to pick a celebrity. Like, pick, like, Margot Robbie or Megan Fox or, like, anyone else. My friend Brooke?
Yeah.
Even if you get the sense that George Brett is as happy as ever right where he is, he'll always be part of the history of baseball and Kansas City. He'll always be the star of one of the best stories the game has ever told.
What he did here will always remain, just like a movie reel in my mind. Just, turn it on again and let it roll.
Here's third baseman George Brett. High drive, hit to right field. It's gone.
When you play as long as he did and do the things that he did, I really just helped put the Royals on the map. I think these are things that people remember.
Well, the Yankees win it. He's out. Yes, sir. Brett is out. Look at this. is out. Steam it back.
You know, George Brett is the Royals. He did everything you could ever want to do as a baseball player in Kansas City and his whole career. So, in my opinion, George Brett is the Royals.
I don't imagine his legacy is going to fade. George is just a name that is going to live, I think, forever in Kansas City.
Number 3,000 for one of the great players of all time, George Brett. Number 5 of the Kansas City Royals.
It was a fun run. If I had to do it over again, I would do it exactly the same way.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country. I love this country. I'm protecting it.
Welcome back. 1-1 your score. Perez set to face McCann, Barossa, and Marte. So the 8-9-1 batters. The first pitch on the way is a curveball upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. McCann 1 for 9 on the year. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Oh-2 count. Perez looking in. Turns and fires. Down and in. One and two. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and chopped over towards Mateo. He'll flip it to Olsen, and it's a 6-3 put out. One away. Mateo at shortstop today because Dubon slid over to third for Austin Riley, giving him a day off. And that's the game plan this year, to do that more often. That's one of the reasons why they were excited to get Dubon. Of course, then what ends up happening, best laid plan of mice and men, is Kim slips on the ice, so we're told, and he's out for several months. The first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup, the 0-1 right there for a strike. 1-1. What I like about Weiss is you can tell that he is in on this. He wants to keep these guys fresh. Snicker never wanted to give the guys days off. And it was because the players, that's how they wanted to play. But sometimes you got to step in. Sometimes you got to be the adult and say, look, we need you fresher and playing better, not playing in every single game. Is the 0-2 down below the knees? 1-2. It's going to be hard to get Matt Olson out of the lineup because he's very proud of the consecutive streaks. I don't know if we'll ever get him out of the lineup, but you get a little less wear and tear playing over there at first than you do other positions. Though it still takes a toll. The 1-2. Swing, pops it up. High into right field. Underneath it is Eli White, 2 down. F9 your scorecard. Eli's in defensively for Acuna. Baldwin is behind the plate, so your designated hitter is Acuna. On your bench for later in the game, we've got Farmer, Heim, the backup catcher, and then, of course, Riley and Dominic Smith. Marte, who doubled his first time up, came around to score. As man, both that was like a stare down in the Old West. They were just staring at each other. Perez kept shaking off Baldwin. Finally, Marte stepped out of the box. Lefty-righty matchup. The sinker on the way is just below the knees. It's 1-0. That one looked like it might have hit the zone. I think Baldwin kind of cupping it weirdly didn't get the call. The 1-0 pitch, swing. Hot hopper over there to Mateo. He'll grab it, spin, fire it to first, and it's a 6-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. Braves 1, Diamondbacks 1. We go to the top of the 4th.
I don't know who need to hear this, but if I let you over in traffic, you better hit me with that. You better give me my little wave.
How did one man launch radio into the future? In 1921, when Harold Arlen broadcast the first Major League game, it was bad. For years, Arlen and fellow broadcasters had no banter, only silence between plays. It needed a jolt. And then came Babe Ruth. In 1920, Ruth hit 54 home runs. More than most teams. He supercharged a nation. People believed this was the pinnacle. And then, in 1921, Ruth hit 59, and in only his second full season as a position player, he broke the record for career home runs. But Ruth was captivating on and off the field. He told the commissioner of baseball to go jump in a lake. He got suspended for weeks at a time. He ate 20 hot dogs in a sitting, and then played ball with children for hours. Fans and non-fans needed to know what Ruth was going to do next, and the newspaper took too long. This new device allowed for instant update, instant vicarious living for a nation trapped in social convention. Babe Ruth was the drug of choice, and millions of Americans consumed him through radio.
Bo Sox are back in the big dance yet again.
Cold, damp night here at Fenway Park. Game 1 of the 103rd World Series.
And much like it did in 2004, this fall classic began with an offensive explosion.
That one's way back there. Score! A home run! The home run for Pedroia, leading off the World Series for the Red Sox. Can you believe it?
And Kurt Schilling built on his postseason resume by winning Game 2.
Strike 3 called over the inside corner with a fastball.
The Red Sox swept the series once again, winning it all on the road, while bringing yet another glorious banner back home to Fenway.
Welcome back. Matt Olson leads us off. First pitch out there is called for a ball. Brandon Pfaadt, his 45th pitch of the day. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, the 1-0. Upstairs, misses high, ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Kicks and fires. Pitch misses, ball 3-3 now. The 3-0 pitch. Inside, ball 4. He'll head on down to first, and it's a leadoff walk for your Atlanta Braves. I don't know what's going on in Arizona, but their batter view sucks. The first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's on 1, so we're going to go ahead and put it on the action cam. So if you put it on behind the plate, then you can't see anything going on once the ball is hit. And it's supposed to stay steady until the runner goes as the 0-1 pitch swing hit hard on the ground over at first. And this is going to be a double play. Stepping on the bag at first is Vargas. He'll toss it to second. And Olson is tagged out, sliding into second. Quickly 2 down. So put that down as a 3-6 double play. Hard hit ball by Yaz right in the teeth of the defense. That'll bring Harris to the plate. So until I see that they change it, that batter's eye calms down a little bit as the first pitch on the way is down. The way they said he went down and chased that one in the dirt, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing. Hit back up the middle, and that has got to be a seeing eye single for Money Mike. You talking about... You couldn't have bowled it better.
God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight.
Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
He hit it in between the 4-6 hole. The shortstop, Perdomo, who's playing very close second base bag, came over the bag and dove for it, and it just got under his glove. Second baseman Marte had no chance. You wouldn't call that really a worm burn. That was just a good old-fashioned bowling ball hitting to the outfield. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch takes it outside wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. Ozzie off to a solid start, batting .306, 2 home runs, 3 RBI, and OPS over 800 at .831. They're in San Francisco, California, and the Mets lead the Giants 1-0 in the fourth. This is 1-0. Fouls it back. 1-1. Mets have taken the Friday and Saturday night game of that series. Colorado, Denver, Colorado. Phillies are hanging out there, and they are trailing 4-1. That game is in the bottom of the 7th. Hopefully we get some good news there from the Rockies. 1-1 count. Vaught turns and fires it over to first real quick to keep Harris close by. The 1-1. Infield is back into the right. Turns and kicks. Outside wide, 1-1. Or 2-1, excuse me. 2-1 count. Brings it. Ball 3-1. Standing on deck is Dubon. In the hole is White. Ozzie Albies from Curacao, standing in, 5'7", 165. 3-1 pitch, swing. Chops it off his instep, and he'll kind of hobble away. Make sure he's okay. Let's see exactly where that got him. Yeah, oh, man, on the knee, the left knee. I thought it hit him on the inner part of the leg. It actually got him on the knee. You can tell he wears some kind of a padding there, but that's still going to smart. I don't know why they all don't wear, the padding that the volleyball players wear. Just wear that on your knees. Payoff pitch. Fott comes set, his 58th of the day. Swing, lifted, into center field, drifting back, near the warning track, making the catch for a loud out. Number 3 is Barossa, and that'll end the inning. Braves threaten, but nothing comes home. 1-1 in the desert.
Do I like what?
Huh?
What do I like what?
Pieces of Cheetos.
What are they?
They're like little nuts, and then like it has like a shell, but like the nut like inside is like green.
Pistachios.
That's not how you pronounce it.
What the heck?
May 2nd, 1863, Chancellorsville, Virginia. Robert E. Lee assumed Joseph Hooker would stay defensive. Hooker had 130,000 men. Lee had 60,000. The numbers said Lee should retreat, but Lee's scouts reported Hooker's right flank was exposed, hanging in the air. No fortifications, facing the wrong direction. Lee saw it. So did Jackson. The assumption was that Hooker wouldn't expect an attack. Not from an outnumbered army, not a flanking march that would take all day, not a move that would split Lee's force into 3 pieces. The pressure was now or never. Hooker was entrenched. His supply lines were secure. If Lee waited, the Union Army would grind forward. Jackson took 28,000 men on a 12-mile march through the wilderness. If discovered, they'd be destroyed. At 5:15 p.m., Jackson's men exploded out of the woods into Hooker's right flank. The Union line collapsed. Panic spread. Hooker's army retreated. Lee won his greatest victory. But that night, Confederate pickets fired in the darkness. Jackson fell. He died 8 days later.
He just seemed to gather strength from it. He really was crazy about kids, and you could see it. As sick as he was and as weak as he was, he wanted to be with those kids.
Later that summer, Ruth's health took a serious turn for the worse. In July, he entered the hospital once more, and this time he was made aware of what he was facing.
When he went in, he saw that it was for cancer and allied diseases, and he said, "Have I got cancer?" They'd never told him.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin. New York, Babe Ruth, the all-time baseball great, just died in Memorial Hospital of cancer.
Ruth's casket brought to Yankee Stadium, a spectacle in death as in life. The Babe had come to rest where his legend had begun.
Somebody said, how you gonna be racist and have acne? Worry about your own damn skin. And I was like, damn.
First pitch on the way is off the plate wide. Corbin Carroll, the batter. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Right there at the knees. 1-1. Looks like it's cleaned up a little bit. We'll keep an eye on it, make sure that it doesn't drift all over the place like it was doing. The 1-1 pitch just misses high. Ball 2-1. Braves 1, Arizona 1, bottom of the fourth. The 2-1. Swing, broken bat, and that's going to be a flare out to left field, and it's down for a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base in the form of Corbin Carroll, and he is a speed demon. You got to watch out for him on the base pass. Not a hard hit ball, but hit him where they ain't, out in front of the Yaz, who was playing deep. Rightfully so with Corbin Carroll. So that'll bring Perdomo to the plate. First pitch. Inside. Misses high. It's 1-0. Perez at 44 pitches. He should be good on that front. His over-under today, I was curious on how long the Desert thought he would go. It was only 13 and a half outs as the 1-0 pitch. A swing chopped over towards third. Grabbing it. Stabbing it. Firing it to first. Good play out there by Dubon. 5-3 on your putout, 1 down. That does put Carroll in scoring position. It's a good bunt there by Perdomo, too. Only place he could go was first. Man, can we just have Dubon play every single defensive position? This guy is a freaking wizard. Arenado, the batter, first pitch is inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Lefty-righty matchup, lined out the first. The 1-0. Perez looks over his shoulder at second, the pitch. High and inside, ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Perez comes set. Kicks and fires. Misses high. 3-0. Fernandez is on deck. Vargas is in the hole. Perez working himself in a little bit of a trouble here. He's given up 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, no strikeouts so far. But we told you he's not a strikeout pitcher. The 3-0 pitch. Right there, cutter. 3-1. Arenado's not the hitter he used to be. You still got to be careful here. He can still get into one. The 3-1 count. Inside, smacks the black. Just got him on the top shelf, so now we got a full count. Fernandez. As Arenado steps out of the box. He's gone cutter, 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 sinker. The payoff pitch. Inside, nowhere near the zone, ball 4, and that'll head him down to first, and now troubles are brewing. First and second, 1 out. And Jose Fernandez coming to the plate. Fernandez, 22-year-old, 6'3", says he's 165. Yeah, right. I don't know where they get that number from, but they must have weighed him when they first signed him out of Venezuela when he was like 12 years old. 2 on, 1 out. Lefty, righty, first pitch on the way. Swing, lifts it high. Very shallow. In fact, it's going to be a can of corn. It's actually not going to make it to the outfield as Mateo's toes are touching the clay. F6 in your scorecard, 2 down. Mauro Vargas is now standing in. Man, he's 5 for 9 this year, batting .556. Don't just give him one. First and second, 2 outs. First pitch on the way is right there. Cutter at the knees. It's 0-1. Hopefully, it'll even out. Career .251 hitter. You figure he's got to be due for some outs here. The 0-1 pitch. Turns and fires. Outside wide, changeup. 1-1. Vargas is from Venezuela as well, 34-year-old. He's been in the league for quite a while. We've seen him with the Diamondbacks and with Washington. The 1-1 pitch, down below the knees, 2-1. He also had stops with the Cubs, the Pirates, Minnesota, but predominantly a Diamondback his entire career. And if you gave him a second team, we'd probably say Washington. He was there for 2.5 seasons. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Fouls it straight back. It's 2-2. Braves 1, Arizona 1. Deuce is wild here in the bottom of the 4th. The 2-2. Brings it. Swing, slaps it down the right field line. That is into the corner. That is trouble. That's at least going to score 1 run. It's 2-1 Arizona. Here comes the throw from Eli White. The throw is coming to the plate, and he is safe. Didn't even have to slide, and Arizona has broken this open to a 2-run lead. Good Lord. Just shot it down the line. Wasn't a hard hit ball at all. Was a touch behind it, but was able to shoot it down the right field line. And when you're hot, you're hot. Vargas is now batting .600 on the season. With 2 outs, Arenado was running on contact. Man, he barely got in there. He touched the plate with his toe as the Drake was diving towards it. If the relay throw is a little more on point from Ozzie, that's going to be an out. First pitch on the way is a sinker inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Ozzie's throw was a little to the left-hand batter's box of the plate. If it's on the money, he's going to be cooked. The 1-0, swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Because for whatever reason, Arenado was not sliding, so it was going to be an easy tag on the leg. 1-1 count, runner at third, 2 outs. Pitch, swing, lifts it into center, and Harris, who got a bad break, is going to have to make up for it. He'll make the running catch. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. Will be back in a flash, trailing 3-1.
War's over, man. Drop the big one.
Well, since when are you the quitting kind?
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. And it ain't over now. Who's with me? Let's go!
I don't have to tell you things are bad. It's depression. Everybody's scared. Punks are running wild in the street. The air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. I want you to get mad.
Will you fight? No! We will run! And we will live!
Shame on you. This could be be the greatest night of our lives. But you're gonna let it be the worst.
In this lifetime, you don't have to prove nothing to nobody except yourself. And after what you've gone through, if you haven't done that by now, it ain't gonna never happen.
Wretched slugs. Don't any of you have the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll put you out of your misery.
Say wham.
You gotta say, damn it, my life has value.
And I'm gonna stay right here and fight for this lost cause.
Intruder. Yes, you're an intruder. I was having a perfectly nice trip until you walked into my life.
Hey! I'm just lying around.
I want you to get up now. I want all of you to get up out of your chairs. I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
Right. Psychotic, but absolutely right. We gotta take these bastards.
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
Are they yelling in Atlanta?
I'm as mad as hell!
They're yelling in Atlanta?
Son of a... We struck the mother load!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm mad as hell!
I'm not gonna take it anymore!
And this crowd's back into it now.
I didn't think you had it in you.
You look like somebody just walked over your grave. Play for blood, remember? Like I missed something.
Yeah, we're all officially kicked out of school.
That makes sense.
Mauricio Dubon, the batter. First pitch on the way to start off the top of the fifth inning is a four-seam fastball right there from Brandon Pott. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Pott turns and kicks. Swing, lifts it into right center field. Get over his head. It's going to get down where the green grass grows. Hop over the wall, and it is a leadoff grounds rule double by Dubon and your Atlanta Braves. Good hard hit ball. It bounced over the wall towards the swimming pool.
Pardon me, would you have any...
But of course. One of life's finer pleasures.
Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way to the Book of Eli is swung on and chopped over towards short. It's going to be a 6-3 putout. That's the bad news. The good news is Dubon alertly headed to third. So with one out, Mateo, the batter, all he needs is a fly ball, which is what he got this first time up, to cut this to a one-run game. Standing on deck is Acuna in the top of the order. Mateo digging in, righty-righty. The first pitch, swing, chase one inside, well off the plate, fouls it back. It's 0-1. Jorge Mateo flew out in the third inning to left field. We could take that right there and cut this to a one-run game. Infield is playing back to prevent the big lead. The big inning, excuse me. The 0-1. Swing. And miss. He's chasing those pitches in on his hands. It's 0-2. He's good with the glove, but he's just not a good batter in general. He's never hit that well in his career. The 0-2 count. You just need a fly ball or something. Inside, that ball goes to the backstop. That'll work. A wild pitch, and here he comes. Dubon, I'll do it myself, baby. If you can't get me home, I'll get in that pitcher's head.
Would you have any...
But of course.
3-2 your score now.
One of life's finer pleasures.
That ball almost hit him. It goes all the way to the backstop. That ball was wild. You talk about a wild pitch. That was a wild pitch. Thankfully, it didn't hit Mateo or the bat as he was getting out of the way. The bat almost touched the ball. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. So a 2-2 count. Top of the 5th. 1 out. The 2-2 pitch. Outside wide, 3-2. As you can see on your screen on the left side, not only the score and the batters, but you can also see those little dots underneath the A in the Arizona A. Those are now indicating how many you have of your ABS challenges. The payoff pitch, outside wide. Ball 4. I wouldn't call that a great at bat. Just all of a sudden in the middle of nowhere, fought, lost control, and Jorge Mateo head on down to first. So we'll take it. Good job by Mateo to not swing any of those wild pitches way out of the zone. And Ronald Acuna Jr. coming. Acuna batting just 152 on the year. Baldwin standing on deck. Braves trail by 1. He was down in that count 0-2, quickly swinging at 2 terrible pitches in on his hands. And the next thing you know, fought through that wild pitch, and he couldn't find the zone the rest of that at bat. Hopefully that continues. Meanwhile, in Denver, Colorado leads the Phillies 4-1. In the top of the 9th, the Phillies are batting with the man on. Mets lead San Francisco 1-0. I believe that game is in the 6th. Pitch on the way, swing. That ball's rattled into center field. That's down for a base hit. And all right, Ronald Acuna Jr., get him going.
Bravo.
Smack the sinker over the second base bag. Third time through the order now for the Braves.
Bravo.
We've got speed on the base paths. Mateo had to stop at second because that ball was scalded to center field where Barossa was waiting on it. But runners at first and second, 1 out, and the Drake coming to the plate. And that's not nothing. Righty-lefty matchup. Drake Baldwin standing in, already with the home run tonight. The first pitch on the way. Off the plate, nowhere near the zone. Drake, you got to challenge that, my man. It's 0-1. He just stands there. That pitch is 3 inches off the plate, easily. You've got to challenge. When you know that's a ball, is the 0-1 pitch swing. That ball gets sliced into left field. That's down for a base hit. And Mateo's coming around. They're going to send him. Head first slide, and your Atlanta Braves have tied it up. 3-3. Good piece of hitting there by the Drake. Even getting the old screw job by the umpire.
Did you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
Did a great job there of taking what they gave him. The pitch was on the outside part of the plate. They were playing him to pull, and the Drake just punched it over there in between the 5-6 hole. So tie ball game 3-3. And they're out there talking to Fott. The whole 9 yards is out there. They got the pitching coach, Kaplan, out there, but they've also got the entire infield. Warming up in the pen is the right-hander Taylor Clark. We saw him last night. Meanwhile, in Denver, the Rockies are 2 outs away from taking the last game of the series there in Philly, which would help the Braves out immensely. Matt Olson is your batter. First and second, 1 out, and he has been swinging the hot stick. We could really use a tray over the right field wall right now. First and second. 1 out. The first pitch to Olsen. Swing and a miss. Cutter in on his hands. It's 0-1. Man, that looked like one of those ones that he was going to get. That looked like one of those ones that he right in his wheelhouse. I don't know how he missed it. Also might want to check and make sure there's not a hole in his bat. The 0-1 pitch. Kicks and fires. Pitch down and away. 1-1. So a 1-1 count will pull the stream back, but the bases filled with good speed out there. One gets down in the gap, the 1-1 pitch. Down and away, ball 2-1. On deck is the Yaz. He is 1 for 2. And his hit fought well. I would think they're warming up the right-hander. Heck, I don't know why, because there's 3 left-handers due up after Olsen. The 3-2-1 inside, 3-1. 3-1 count. 1 pitch away from loading the bases. Fought. Sitting at 75 pitches. The 3-1. Inside. Just grabs the edge. Full count. First and second, 1 out. Olsen digging in. Fought the payoff pitch. Swing! Fouls it away. Over the third base dugout. We'll do it again. Braves head to Anaheim to take on the Los Angeles Angels tomorrow. As a 9:38 first pitch. We're coming on at 7 o'clock to bring you Kansas City as the 3-2 pitch. Swing, lifts it high and deep into left field. Drifting. Get out of play. It does. Barely out of play over the wall. It stays fair. That's going to be a home run. He hit it that far. The left fielder, Tawa, ran out of room, and it's just another loud strike. So a full count once again. Coming on the air tomorrow at 7 to bring you Royals versus Guardians, already in progress. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew him away with the 4-seam fastball. 2 down. It's a little bit of a pregame for the Braves game tomorrow night. Have an obligation to be on the air somewhere at 6 o'clock. That's why we might come on a touch before 7. We're putting the card up tonight at 7 o'clock. It looks like that's going to be it for Fott, as the Yaz is coming to the plate, and I believe we're going to get Clark. We'll see if they change their mind. We'll be back in a flash. 3-3. Runners on first and second, and only here in the top of the 5th. All right, Taylor Clark coming on, the right-hander, to face the Yaz. The Yaz already with 1 hit today. We could use another one. First pitch on the way, down and in. Changeup misses. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, chops it off his instep. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Turns and fires. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. Spins and turns towards second. Acuna back in time. Boy, wouldn't that be a ripper to get him picked off with all that's going on right now. Infield back and to the right. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, chops it down the first base line. Thankfully, it's foul. It's 2-2. The 2-2 pitch inside almost gets him. Full count. Standing on deck is Ozzie. The runners now are going to be off to the races. Good speed there by Acuna. It wouldn't take much to get him home. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with the cutter up top, and that'll end the inning. But out for your Atlanta Braves. Tie it up. We go to the bottom of the fifth, 3-3 in Arizona.
You remember when you were over here filming for the documentary, and then you said, George, go over and talk to your kids for 10 minutes. We want to get some video, and then I'll cook these 2 tri-tips, and they were well done. If I wouldn't have had to do that, just look at that. Is that perfect or what? Look at that. You ruined my dinner, James, by making me talk to my kids, and they're here right now. I talk to them all the time.
A ball and a strike to Brett. Well hit, deep right. If it stays fair, the Royals are in front, and they are. Home run, Brett. Slaps it. Brett makes a fine play and comes home. What a play! Yeah, you can smile, George. Why not? Over in the National League, Steve Garvey has 8 homers in league championship play. That's the overall record. Brett is right behind with 7, and Reggie Jackson has hit 6. That's in the playoffs as distinct from the World Series. Maybe this guy is the new Mr. October. 348 lifetime in league championship series play. Well hit to right again. Is this number 2? Off the wall, off the top of the wall, at least a double, and he'll stop there. He missed number 2 by inches. Alexander has to come to him in this situation. Wilson at first, nobody out. Well hit to left center. Back goes Mosby, along with Bell. Forget it, home run Brett.
It all starts with the table setters. Who's the greatest leadoff hitter of all time?
Welcome back. First pitch on the way for Martin Perez is right there for a cutter. It's 0-1. Best leadoff hitter. Man, it really depends on what you're looking for, to be honest with you. Is the 0-1 pitch. Perez back out there for another inning. 3-3 your score, Arizona versus Atlanta, the 0-1. Kicks and fires. Curveball in the dirt. 1-1. Perez is at only 62 pitches, so if he's pitching well, they're going to keep him up there for a while. The 1-1 pitch, swing, rolls it over to short, and Mateo flips it to first. 1 away. You typically see that because with guys like Martin Perez, they're going to have at least that 1 inning. By the way, the Phillies did lose. Rockies win that one 4-1. That's in the books. But you typically see it with the pitcher who's not a strikeout pitcher, You're going to see one inning where either he gives up runs or he's in big danger of doing it, as the first pitch on the way is high and out of the zone. It's one because he's just not missing bats, and eventually the swings start to fall. So that's the one drawback of having a guy like Perez on the mound. But I do like Perez as a long relief / emergency starter, like he's being used today, is the 1-0 right there for a strike. 1-1. He really just had that one inning. The rest of the time, it was pretty smooth sailing. Now, I don't know how stretched out he is. He went 4 1/3 last time. I would hope 6 innings this time, but maybe not. They may be having capping him. Remember 4 1/3. I can't remember the actual pitch count. I have to go back and look that up. Good to see you, John. 1-2. Turns and fires. Swing. Check swing down the line. We'll do it again. Majority of the damage was done by that base hit by Vargas as he routed one down the corner in the last inning. That pitch is, if that ball is just a couple of inches to the right, we still have a 2-run lead. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Came in on the 4-seam fastball. His first strikeout of the day. All right. 2 down. When you don't get many strikeouts, I think that can be considered an electric one. 2 down, and the top of the order. First pitch on the way. Swing, pops it up. High down the right field line. Giving chase is Olsen. Giving chase is Eli. He's sliding in towards near the tarps, and it's just going to be past his outstretched glove. 0-1. This will be the 3rd time through the order for Perez, so that's the other thing you got to keep in mind is Braves would really like to win this series, and when you're this far in and it's tied up, it's right here for you. The 0-1 pitch. Swing. Lifts that out and out of play. It's 0-2. Marte doubled his first time up. On a pitch that was in off the plate, he just somehow kept it fair. He reached second base and then went to third on the next out and came home on a fly out as the 0-2 pitch. Swing lifted towards the Yaz. He's calling off Mateo in left field, and that'll end the inning. Actually, it wasn't a fly out. That was the one that Yaz had that unbelievable diving catch. We'll be back in a flash. 3-3. We go to inning number 6.
Hello, I'm Charles Daniels. For years, we've been taking you to villages like this and showing you the heartbreak of families whose only mistake was being born poor. They need your help. And for only
$2.99
a month, you can provide
the Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
Ask for more. Sorry? Ask for more money. Why are you starting so low?
Don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
As you can see, these villagers are desperate for your help, so don't hesitate. Dial the number and send over
$2.99
a month. That's all we need.
Start higher.
I know, right?
$2.99
a month. May not sound like a lot, but it can mean so much to
Braves Country Radio.
It's not even a round number. I'm just saying, why not start at
$2.99
a month? That's all these people need to survive. And they'd be so lucky and appreciative to get it. So for the price of a cup of coffee.
What you talking about? All they need to send is the bare minimum to keep us alive.
How you gonna save our lives with only 39 cents? Because I'm trying to do the math in my head, but I just can't see it.
$2.99
a month. This is plenty.
He keeps saying
$2.99
a month. Why you keep saying
for the price of a cup of coffee?
Why it can't be the price of an Arizona iced tea?
Because it's not the price of an Arizona. It's got to be coffee.
It don't though.
Plus, coffee is way more expensive than
$2.99.
You know, for a starving village, you people have a lot of energy.
Hey, how much was that coffee?
It doesn't matter.
I bet you don't even know what country you in.
I do know what country I'm in.
What country you at? What country you at?
Braves Country Radio.
Hey, if you want to see this cheap-ass white man again, you better send us
$2.99
cash right now. Don't hesitate.
Welcome back. First pitch to Michael Harris II. He's upstairs in the zone, misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Clark back out there. The 1-0 pitch dribbled over towards first base. That's going to be a 3-1 easy put out, and there's one away. Taylor Clark came in last night through one inning. I don't know if he'll go this entire inning here, but I'd say that's their plan. First pitch on the way to Ozzie Albies. Inside, misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Switch hitting Ozzie on the left side of the plate. Betting $2.97 on the year, the 1-0. Open stance from the left. Pitch is right there. Catch the inner part. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. As Clark turns and fires. Brings it to the plate in the dirt. 2-1. 4-game series. The Braves have taken 2 of 3, trying to win this series. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped over towards first, and that's going to be another 3-1 put out. 2 down. So 2 up, 2 down, and Dubon coming to the plate. He is 1 for 2 with the runs scored. Batting .367 on the year. I mean, at some point, they're going to start putting him up higher in the order. Righty, Dubon takes the first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Turns and fires, and that slider misses outside wide. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Clark, that's off the plate, but called for a strike. No challenge. 2-1. Braves just aren't challenging a lot of pitches. I don't get that because they had the success on Friday night. Now it's like they're all gun shy. The 2-1 pitch. Inside, he's going to challenge that one. The other one was definitely a ball. This one's going to be close. We'll see. He dipped out of the way because he wasn't expect that kind of movement. And they're going to call that a strike. That's what I figured. The one he should have challenged was the first pitch. That one was too close. So a 2-2 count. And I'm hoping Hires going in and taking them after the at-bats and saying, look, this is what you missed here. This is what you need to be challenging. The 2-2. Swing, rolls it over to short, and that'll end the inning. 6-3 on the putout. Perdomo with the play, and that'll take us to the bottom of the 6th. Here in Arizona, the Braves and Diamondbacks tied up at 3.
National championship. And he hooked it left. Florida State wins.
Nebraska kicker missed it and we won it. And as I come to a conclusion about that season, one of the most iconic moments in our lives that in that locker room was Miss Ann Bowden. She got on top of the thing that Coach Bowden always stood on top of the little case thing so he can see above us. She climbed up there and she planted a kiss on him like, congratulations, Coach. She kissed him right in front of us. And he said, thank you, baby. The bear's finally off our backs. And only us players and coaches were in that locker room to share that moment with me. So I'll never forget that. That's my favorite moment of the national championship game. Him telling us thank you. We finally got the bear off of their backs. And she kissed him right in front of us.
Each new generation that enters Fenway to cheer on today's stars, there's always a reminder of that which came before.
We have at Fenway mix of scoreboards. So you have the old mechanical scoreboard that is so quaint and so nice, and at the same time you have the most up-to-date, state-of-the-art video scoreboard that you can have.
And we can't just focus on bricks and mortar. There are a lot of other things that have made this ballpark more modern and more comfortable for our fans, and that's why they come early, they come often, and they stay throughout the game.
Fenway has been preserved for generations still to come.
This was an evolution. We were never going to take Fenway Park as it is. We were going to improve it. I'm very proud of each of the changes.
Parents come to me often and say how much it means to them to be able to bring their kids to this ballpark the way their parents brought them to this ballpark.
And there's a line shot, left field. This ball is gone, a home run. Home run number 400, Carl Yastrzemski.
Hold on, the program's not over. Even my homegrown book of kung fu doesn't say how to get out of this place.
Welcome back. First pitch from Martin Perez. Down in for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0. Corbin Carroll at the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. Turns and kicks. And it's a sinker. Misses ball 2-0. Perez, 73 pitches in. 2-0 pitch. Right there at the knees. 2-1. Standing on deck is Perdomo. And then Arenado and Fernandez. 3-3 your score, bottom of the sixth. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, rips it into center field, and that's through for a base hit. So the third time through the order. Not turning out so far so good for Perez, and there's one on, nobody out. Start the bottom of the sixth. Perdomo and then Arenado. Remember, Carroll led off earlier in the game and got on and came home to score, and Weiss is going to come on, and that's going to be it. So we're going to get a pitching change, as he just wanted him to face the left hand, and that didn't turn out well. We'll be back in a flash here on the BCR. Tied up, and I think it's Kenley, but it's hard to tell because they're turning the lights out as they introduce him. Welcome back. It is Tyler Kenley coming in, the right-hander. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way is a sawed-off four-seamer. To Perdomo, it's 0-1. Good to see everybody in the chat. JC and Uncle Charlie here on a Easter Sunday. Gary still hanging out with us. Chop Shop, the 0-1 pitch in the dirt. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kinley comes set. Looking in. Here's the pitch. Down and away. Ball 2-1. Carroll is out there at first base. He's got quite a bit of speed. We're going to go ahead and pull this camera back so you can see a better view of what everybody's going on here. Infield back into the right. Speed on the base paths. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Runner goes. Here comes the throw down to second. It's a good tag attempt by Mateo. He thinks he might have gotten him. The runner is called safe. We'll see if the Braves decide to challenge that. That's one of those ones that you're really hoping or leaning on the dugout to be able to tell you, because I think he's probably safe. Because as he's tagging him, there's no way for Mateo to be able to see his feet where they are on the bag. They're not going to challenge it, not enough to overturn it. So the go-ahead runs at second. Carroll in scoring position. The 2-2 nowhere near the zone. Slider misses. Full count. Full count. Perdomo. Here's the pitch. Swing. Rips it up the middle. Backhanded by Ozzie. He'll flip it to first. But the go-ahead run is now 90 feet away as Carroll makes it down to third and one away. Arenado, the batter. So you could do a couple things here. You could walk him to set up the double play, or you could bring the infield in. It looks like they're going to bring the infield in. Outfield is still playing relatively deep and straight away. The infield is in. The first pitch on the way is right there. Grabs the slider. Smacks the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kinley comes set, kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Go ahead run standing at second, or third, excuse me. One out. Three to 3 Arizona and Atlanta. And they are in on the grass too. I mean, he hits one hard. The 0-2 pitch, swing, and slices that foul and out of play. Do it again. (0-2) count. Comes set. Kinley looking back the runner at first and delivers. Pitches high and out of the zone. 1-2. On deck is Fernandez. The infield is drawn in. The 1-2. Swing, lifts it into center field, and that's down for a base hit. If the infield is playing honest, that's going to be a line drive out, a soft line drive, and the runner would have to have stayed, but instead it's a one-out bloop single, and the analytical defense come back to bite us in the rear once again. 4-3 your score, one out. First pitch swinging. Kinley's got it, and here comes a 4. It's going to be a 1-4 putout. Thought they were going to try the attempt on the double play, but no chance of getting the runner who was busting it down the line. Vargas with pretty good speed. Righty-lefty matchup. Vargas now the batter. First pitch on the way is up top. Misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. Four to 3, Arizona leads Atlanta. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. It's Kinley. Continues to look in right there for a strike. It's 1-1. Now they're going to call that a ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. Turns and fires. Runner goes. Pitches inside. Here comes the throw down to second base, and he's going to be safe. So runner at second now. Pitch on the way. Misses the zone. Ball 4, and he'll head on down to first. So runners at first and second now, 2 outs. Wonder how long they'll leave Kinley out there. Hefner's going out there to talk to him, so. First and second, 2 outs, 4-3 your score. Tim Tawa, the batter, righty-righty matchup. This will be Kinley's 17th pitch of the inning. Kinley looking back the runner at second. Here's the pitch. First pitch, slider, misses off the plate wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0. Misses upstairs. Ball 2, 2-0. 2-0 count. 4-3 your score. Kicks and fires, swing, lifted, out to left field, and that'll end the inning. So Arizona with a 4-3 lead. We go to the top of the 7th here in Braves country.
Billy, in today's economy, is a night at the dog track still affordable?
Well, it's a classy place to bring your old lady. You work hard, you play hard. I'm not working currently, but yeah, you can still swing it.
Here's some funny things I learned today by reading 1800s newspaper clippings about baseball. Number 1, anything is legal if the ump isn't looking. During this period of baseball, there was only ever one ump on the field at any given time. It had to have felt like being a prison warden. Except all of your inmates are on the loose and famous and drunk and really good at the art of distraction because all of them were also vaudeville performers of some kind for some reason. And so if an umpire didn't see an out, the runner was safe. Yeah, no, I was totally safe. And he's the one that lost the ball. I definitely didn't huck it into the cornfield. Oh my God, the scorekeepers were struggling. So at this time, there were no stands, there were no bleachers, there were no chairs anywhere. It was just spectators standing around the field. So a lot of time the scorers couldn't see anything. But surely they had some sort of system to keep everybody there in the loop about what the score was, right? No! May we have a scoreboard, please? So these people are just having to like wander up to the scorekeeper's table to be like, hey guy, what's the score?
Fenway Park, we want to thank you for the last 100 years and the next 100 years.
People came to New England first, years ago in the 1600s. So our fandom has grown from that time, and they come to Fenway Park over the years, and they brought their children and grandchildren.
New England is an area steeped in history, and Fenway Park is very much a part of that.
These are the seats in which your grandparents watched Smokey Joe Wood. This is where they saw Babe Ruth. This is where they saw Ted Williams play. It transcends baseball. It is a source of continuity for people throughout generations.
I love it. It's paradise. A small patch of green where you don't expect it, and that is Fenway Park.
We go 4 Mexicans in quicksand. Cuatro Cinco.
New starting pitcher coming on here for the Diamondbacks. It's Thompson, the right-hander, Ryan Thompson. Got kind of a funky delivery. We pulled the screen back in with nobody on base. Thompson set to face Dominic Smith, who's coming in to pinch hit for Eli White. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch on the way to Smith is outside wide. And that 3/4 delivery fires it out of the zone. It's 1-0. Smith already with 2 home runs on the year. Batting .350, the 1-0 inside. 2-0. 2-0 count. The pitch on the way. Swing, pops it up. Broken bat. Fly ball into center field, and F8 in your scorecard. 1 away. Bat shattered in half. That'll bring Mateo to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way, right there at the knees. They want to challenge us. That looked like it missed. We'll see what happens here. Right now, it's 1-0. What you would guess is going to go on here. Yeah, that's a ball. What you would have to guess here that's going to go on with them lifting Eli out of right field. The 1-0 pitch. Inside for a strike. Close pitch. 1-1. One count. Drops a bunt down. Will that stay fair? It will not. Bounces in between home and third. 1-2. Good idea to drop the bunt there. They were playing pretty far back. If he could have got that down, Mateo's going to be safe. Well, with Dominic Smith coming on, you can't put him in the field unless you put him at first, which would really make no sense. So you would think either A, they're going to lose their DH and put Acuna in right, or B, most likely Dubon will go out to the outfield, and they'll either bring Riley in to play third, or they'll continue to give him the day off, and Farmer can play third as well. 1-2 pitch, swing, rips it down the left field line. Get down. That's going to get down where the green grass grows. Hops over this 2-foot wall here in Arizona, and it's a 1-out double here for the Bravos. So a good piece of hitting there by Mateo to get on and get things rolling here for your Atlanta Braves in the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. Excuse me. I would think what you would do is you would just let it fly and have the first pitch on the way. Runner goes, throw comes down to third, and Mateo steals third. How about that? What a great steal by Jorge Mateo. Heads up play. They were napping. He caught him napping. Wowza.
I feel the need for speed.
Yeah, he beat that by a mile. So now, the 0-1 pitch, swing, chops it over to third, and Acuna hit it in the one place you can't. And right at third base, Arenado is going to fumble the ball. So Acuna will be safe. That'll be an E5. Runners on the corners. 1 out. One place you can't hit that ball. He was going back to third to try to tag Mateo to chase him back. And somehow he lost the ball and it fell out of his glove. And of course, with Acuna's speed, he was easily safe. So runners at the corners, 1 out. That was the one spot you didn't want to hit. It was over on the left side. Anywhere else, it's a tie ball game. So runners at the corners, there is a double play possibility. The Drake is at the plate. If he can lift one to the outfield, we'll tie this game up. And of course, if he puts one into the gap, then we're talking turkey. Righty-lefty matchup. Drake already with the home run today, the pitch. Right there on the outer edge. Sinker for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Yeah, it's been a while, JC. Flip it over to first. We'll cook Acuna very close to getting tagged out again because he's not sliding into the base. He's just stepping back there, getting tagged on the belt. Just got his foot back in time. And this Richardson, he is not impressing me at all as a base running guru. The 0-1 count. Swing, chops it over to second, and that is going to, it's going to tie the game. Acuna was on the move, and he will be safe, and your Atlanta Braves have tied it up. It's 4-4. Good heads-up base running by Ronald Acuna Jr. there. Really looked like it might have been more of a hit and run because it wasn't a great jump. He was going on the release, and I don't know if that was intentional, but that's what it looked like, an old-fashioned hit and run. Now the lead runner, the go-ahead runner, is over at second, and Acuna almost gets picked off there. Good Lord. Barely got back in time. Runner at second. 2 outs. He'll be going on contact. He does not need to steal third. That's number 1, so don't get picked off. Anything that gets down, and they're going to go ahead and walk Matt Olson to get to Yaz. So Yaz, who's 1 for 3 on the day, batting .250. Andrew Hoffman is warming up in the pen for the Diamondbacks. He looks like he's ready. He's a right-hander as well. The infield is back into the right. Huge shift. Arenado is close to third base. There's an enormous gap in the 5-6 hole. Yaz standing in. First pitch on the way. Swing. Slices it down the third base line. Acuna was going on the play. It's 0-1. Thompson, 12 pitches into the inning. Righty-lefty matchup. Yaz, 1 for 3 on the day. The 0-1. Swing, slices it foul. It's 0-2. Mets have taken a 4-2 lead over San Francisco. They're in the 8th inning, I believe. Tell you what, the Giants fans are going to be ready to fire that college coach. He has not been good so far. And quick move back over there to second base again. Acuna just gets back. I think Thompson was getting a heads up from the catcher. That's 2 moves now. The 0-2, swing and a miss, and the Yaz spit the bit, chase one well out of the zone. That'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Time to get up and stretch, Braves country. We got a tie ball game. Welcome back. Dylan Lee, the pitcher. 4-4 your score. First pitch on the way is right there. Swing and a miss and a strike. It's 0-1. James McCann, the batter. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, rips it down the left field line. Foul. It's 0-2. So it will be Farmer getting the defensive call. Dubon is moved over into left field. Harris stays in center and the Yaz in right, the 0-2. Fouls it away. We'll do it again. So that's pretty much what we thought would happen. I figured if you're trying to give Riley a day off, you're not going to put him in defensively. If you're going to do that, you would have just used him as a pinch hitter. You can still use him as a pinch hitter at some point. The 0-2, swing, lifts it, high into center field, deepest part of the ballpark in front of the 413 sign. Making the catch is Money Mike, and there's one away. Happy Easter, Tree Nug and Gary. Who else do we have in here? Uncle Charlie. I saw JC. I believe they told me James Fisher's in here as well. Dylan Lee now set to face Barossa, and then we're back to the top of the order with Marte. First pitch, four-seam fastball to Barossa. Right there on the outer edge. It's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Down and in. 2-0. The 2-0 count. Swing. Fouls it away. 2-1. Braves 4, Diamondbacks 4, bottom of the seventh. The 2-1 pitch, swing, rips it into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to be extra base as Dubon was waiting on it to come off the wall. That thing's got a corner down there that it rattles around in, so it'll be a one-out double for the Diamondbacks. It wouldn't have mattered. It still would have been a double, but he was expecting the ball to carry him off that wall, and it did not. It just kind of died there. Good to see you, B.A. Baracus, Rich 22. I think Pete is still in here, too. First pitch on the way off of that from Dylan Lee is a changeup in the dirt to Ketel Marte. He's 1 for 3 on the day. 1-0. He's batting 167 on the year. Does have a double on the day. Very dangerous hitter. 1-0. Misses well outside. Changeup misses. 2-0. On deck is Carroll. And after that, I think they would want to go get a right-hander if we're still in the inning or not. The 2-0 pitch. Swing. Fouls it away to him. The 2-1. Up top for a strike. Right there on the inside corner. 2-2. Carroll, who is 2 for 3 on the day, he's standing on deck. The 2-2. Swing! Lifts that deep and out of play. Left field side. Do it again. There was some dope that she was sharing thoughts from a kid. I mean, look, kids have ideas, but it doesn't mean they're good ideas. And they were asking this kid, what would you change about baseball? What's the one rule that you'd like to see? Is the 2-2 pitch, swing, pops it up. High into right field. Underneath it is the Yaz. He'll make the catch. He'll fire it in the infield, and there's 2 down. Runner will stay put. He doesn't want to get gunned down for the final out of the inning at third. And the kid said he would like it if there was no foul territory if the ball goes over the fence, meaning if the ball's hit deep like the one that just was hit, that would be considered a home run. That's bad. So the kid says that, whatever, it's a kid, right? You take it for what it's worth. But the person interviewing him says that really makes you think. It really is a good idea. As the first pitch to Carroll is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Do you understand how you would screw up the entire sport? Not to mention the record books. If all of a sudden those are considered home runs, the 1-0 swing rips it down the right field line, and Carroll has his third hit of the day. Arizona's taking a 5-4 lead, and Carroll's heading around first, heading to second. Heading from second, going to third. And it'll be a stand-up triple by Carroll, and the Diamondbacks lead at 5-4. Dangerous batter. Braves have just not been able to get him out all series, and I was a little surprised that they went after him. That pitch was right down Main Street. Now, Drake was out on the outer edge, My God, that was a hanging slider. He does not miss those. So runner at third. There are 2 outs. We've lost the lead once again, 5-4. Here's the pitch, down and into Perdomo. It's 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn in the infield. Who wants it? Drifting back, making the catch is Olsen. That'll end the inning. But not before Corbin Carroll happened again. We'll be back in just a moment here on the BCR Radio Network.
106 miles from Chicago. We've got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses
And losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
The states!
Pretty soon we're going to become this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah. For me and the Lord, you gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you'll probably see a double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back.
We accept one of us. We accept one of us.
Kevin Ginkle coming on.
One of us.
We accept that one of us. We accept that one of us.
First pitch on the way is inside for a strike to Michael Harris II. It's 0-1. The 0-1 swing fouls it away, and it's 0-2. Appreciate the cash app there. And Craig. The 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing. Rolls it over towards second. That'll be a 4-3 put out, and there's one away. 1 up, 1 down. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch is a swing and a miss at the slider. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. 0-2. You know Alfonso Marquez is going to ring him up every time. He doesn't even stand in the right position to see that. He's always standing halfway looking, halfway not. He's just a terrible umpire. The 0-2 pitch, swing, lifted into right field. That's down for a base hit. And it's a 1-out single by the Wiz. Maybe that'll get us going.
I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz, I'm the Wiz. I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
So righty-righty as Dubon comes to the plate. Dominic Smith is no longer in the game, so it's Farmer. You could put Austin Riley there to play third as a pinch hitter. First pitch is inside for a strike. Just inside the zone, it's 0-1. The 0-1 from Ginkel. Kicks and fires. High and out of the zone, 1-1. You decide to keep Farmer. It'll probably just depend on, I mean, I don't know. Is it the way Riley's been swinging the bat? Farmer might give you just as good a chance of getting a base hit at this point. The 1-1 swing, fouls it away, four-seam fastball, and it's 1-2. So he's out in front now at 1-2. They're in double play depth. Back into the left. Huge hole there on the right side. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Dubon chased one up around his eyeballs. North of his eyeballs. 2 down. I mean, that's a little league strikeout there. And they will bring Austin Riley in. So unfortunately, the runner's not in scoring position. So he'll stay in to play third base most likely. And we'll see if Austin Riley can come through here in the clutch. Runner at first and 2 outs. Ozzie with pretty good speed. Looks like we're going to get a mound visit. And Kaplan, the pitching coach. Mateo is on deck. The only person left on the bench that's not a pitcher would be Jonah Hine. You can't pinch hit for Mateo, and he did have a double his last time up. Just not really known for his stick. And that might be what they're going over, is the fact that, hey, don't give in to him here because you got Mateo on deck. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Ginkel kicks and fires, and the pitch is down and in. It's 1-0. Right there for a strike. 1-1. Ozzie over at first. Huge hole on the right side. Brings it. Swing. Pops it up. Will stay in play. Right side, foul territory. And looks like it will, and that's going to end the inning. So Riley continues to struggle at the plate. We go to the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 1 here in Arizona. Mac McGee
and I, we're on the same team.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
And we need more players. We need you to help us win the battle against hunger and poverty. You can sponsor
Braves Country Radio.
Teamwork is what
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio
is all about. And that's why we need you. For just $15 a month,
don't get greedy. Ask for $2.99.
you can sponsor a child just like
Braves Country Radio.
I've been able to really help.
Braves Country Radio.
And it feels so good. It's so easy. Just reach out now and start sending your love around the world.
The Country Club for Braves Country Radio.
You join our team, we really can bat 1,000.
Mac McGee.
Who's waiting for help. There's room on our team for you.
5-4 your score. Arizona comes to the plate. Braves trail by 1. It's been a seesaw affair all game long. It was 1-0 in Atlanta, top of the first, 1-1 in the bottom of the first. Then Arizona took a 2-run lead. In the bottom of the fourth, we tied it up in the top of the fifth. They took a lead in the bottom of the sixth. We tied it up in the top of the seventh. They took the lead back by 1 in the bottom of the seventh. First pitch on the way from Suarez. Robert Suarez is on. Swing and a miss by Arenado. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it high and out of the zone. 1-1. 1-1 count. Pitch is just outside wide. Called for a strike. It's 1-2. Oh, Arenado is going to challenge that. Okay. Thought he might. Swing and a miss, strike 3. I guess he waited too long to challenge. They denied him the challenge. Didn't look like, I guess maybe, I don't really know why. Didn't seem like he waited that long. First pitch on the way to Fernandez is right there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 from Suarez. Righty-righty matchup. Comes and fires. Swing. Fouls it away. It's 1-2. Now their strike zone camera's not even working. I give up on that thing. The 0-2 count. High and out of the zone. 1-2. Oh, there's dust or something's going on in Arizona where they're spitting the bit with the technology there. The 1-2 count. Brings it. Caught looking, strike 3. Bang! Right there at the knees. 100 miles an hour. 2 down. Thankfully, their TV coverage is okay because Braves Vision, for those of y'all who have been following along at home, it's been terrible. It has been blipping out, pausing. First, I thought it was our receiver, and anyways, long story short, I checked it, and I was like, no, it's just good old-fashioned Braves Vision. Not worth a hoot. Righty-lefty matchup now. Vargas, the batter. First pitch, swing and a miss. Changed the changeup around his shoe tops. The 0-1. Kicks and fires just off the plate. One and 1. Vargas in for the injured Santana. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2. The Saiga is warming up in the bullpen, so I guess that's who we're going to get after using Swald the last 2 days. The 1-2 pitch, swing, fouls it away. We'll do it again. Braves trailing by only 1. Have a chance to come back and win this thing. The 1-2 in the dirt. 2-2. 2-2 count. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Got him with the changeup on the outer edge, and that'll end the inning. We'll be back in a flash here on the Braves Country Radio Network. Top of the ninth we go. In a one-run game, Braves trying to rally.
This portion of the show is being brought to you by Ed's Almost Good Beer. Remember, Ed's Almost Good Beer was brewed in God's country when God wasn't looking.
Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Please like and subscribe today. It's free, and it helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Darryl Strawberry has gone out to get some sunglasses, so the sun has poked through the clouds here at Wrigley, much to the delight of the fans.
There's a lot of daughters here, too.
It measures just 9 inches in circumference, weighs only about 5 ounces, and is made of cork wound with woolen yarn, covered with 2 layers of cowhide, and stitched by hand precisely 216 times. It travels 60 feet 6 inches from the pitcher's mound to home, and it can cover that distance at nearly 100 miles an hour. Along the way, it can be made to twist, spin, curve, wobble, rise, or fall away. The bat is made of turned ash, less than 42 inches long, not more than 2 3/4 inches in diameter. The batter has only a few thousandths of a second to decide to hit the ball. And yet the men who fail 7 times out of 10 are considered the game's greatest heroes.
Please like and subscribe today, youtube.com/@BravesCountry. Jonathan Weiga coming to the bump. Right-hander set to face Mateo, then the top of the order. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. It's high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Pressed into action is the closer. Used quite a bit the last few days, the 1-0. Right there on the outer edge, 1-1. One count. Braves still have an ABS challenge. Kicks and fires. Swing. Hits it hard through the hole, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So Mateo leads us off with a single, and here we go. Ronald Acuna Jr. coming to the plate. He's 1 for 4. Had a base hit his last time up. Mateo representing the tying run with good speed. 5-4 Arizona. Atlanta trying to spoil the party and win this series. Right now it'd be a series split if this score stays put. We're going to flip it over to first real quick to keep the runner close by. First pitch on the way is upstairs for a high strike. It's 0-1. Infield is back into the left, open on the right side. Huge hole on the right side as they hold the runner on first, and the second baseman's hugging the bag at second. The 0-1 swing rips it into left field. That's through for a base hit, and runners at first and second. Nobody out. Way to come through, Acuna Matata.
Bravo.
No worries for the rest of your days. Rips it into left field, first and second, nobody out, and the Drake. He's got a chance to be the hero.
Bravo.
I mean, I'll take a nice little 3-run home run here, and Raisel Iglesias save when we head to Los Angeles. The infield is back into the right, so a big hole on the left side. Righty-lefty matchup. Loaiza turns and spins towards second base. Pitch on the way, swing, and a miss. Upstairs, changeup, 89 miles an hour. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, down and away. 1-1. I've been mispronouncing this gentleman's name. It's Loaiziga. It's a mouthful. The big L stands in. The pitch on the way. Outside wide. Good take, 2-1. Once again, we still have the one challenge, which is huge here, because home plate umpire Lance Barrett has not called a great game. That one was pretty far off the plate, though. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, changes to changeup off the plate, and it's 2-2. Jonathan Loaiziga. A 2-2 count. We'll pull the screen back so you can see what's going on the field. Is the 2-2. Kicks and fires. Swing, rips it up the middle. That's through for a base hit. Mateo's coming around third. He's heading for home. And he is safe. And your Atlanta Braves have tied it up 5-5.
You don't like the Drake?
I love the Drake.
How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
The Drake is good. Runners on first and second still. Acuna had to stay at second base as the throw came into the infield quickly. They didn't want to run into problems. We've got first and second still, nobody out. We were talking about this last inning about how their closer had been used, and could that be an issue? Matt Olson's coming to the plate. Kaplan's back out there to talk to his pitcher, and Lavulo, I think his pitching staff, I think, must be, well, he's got Taylor Rossi warming up in his pen. He's got 2 jugs that have the Gatorade symbol on them, but he poured it in both of them. So I'm thinking one of those is whiskey. He's making himself a drink. He's like, this bullpen's screwing me again. Matt Olson, which means we would be able to, if we can get the lead, we would use Iglesias. Being the road team, you typically don't use your closer in the 9th inning. You would wait till the 10th. If you're on the road, first pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. 5-5 your score. Braves have a chance to come off the mat here and steal the final game of this series. JL turns around and chases Acuna back to second base, but holds on to the ball. That will be a move. It's 0-1. The 0-1 count. In the dirt, 1-1. On deck is Yastrzemski. In the hole is Harris. Braves have tied it up. It's 5-5. 6-3 on the year. Arizona's 4-5, and the game hangs in the balance. The Mets have beaten San Francisco. That game's in the books. The 1-1 pitch, swing, slices it foul. 4-seamer. It's 1-2. He's got some gas in that arm. Bringing that one in at 99 miles an hour. It makes you wonder why he was throwing those 90-mile-an-hour changeups. It's almost like you're helping the hitters out. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Olson out in front of that one. One away. Good pitch there by Loaiziga. Pulled the string on that. Now it's up to the Yaz. First and second, 1 out. The infield back and to the right. Arenado playing even at the bag at third. Double play depth. Good speed. especially at the plate and at second. First pitch on the way, down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Drake runs pretty well for a catcher, but he is a catcher. He doesn't have blazing speed. The 1-0. Perdomo digging in. Cheating towards second. Here comes the throw, and Acuña's back in time. So that's one move there. You know Acuña's thinking about stealing third, because if you can get third stolen, then a fly ball gives you the lead. The 1-0. Turns and fires. Inside, ball 2, 2-0. On deck is Harris. Ozzie in the hole. Yastrzemski, who's batting .241 on the year. The pitch, swing, rips it down the right field line, but foul, just foul. 2-1. The 2-1. Here's the pitch. Outside, wide, ball 3, 3-1. Harris on deck. Phillies did lose earlier today. The Mets have won. The 3-1 count. The pitch. Check swing, went around. Just grabbed the outer edge. And it's a full count. Yankees lead the Marlins 4-2. They had a rain delay there in the Bronx. They're in the 5th. The payoff pitch. He brings it. Swing, chops it foul. Just got a piece of it. Cubs 4, Guardians 3. That game's in the 8th. Later on tonight, you got the Cardinals and Tigers. That's your Sunday night baseball game. Dodgers beat the Nats 8-6. Cubs beat the Guardians the first part of that doubleheader 1-0. Padres over the Red Sox 8-6. The payoff pitch to the Yaz. And swing. That ball's lifted. High into left field, but not deep enough. Underneath it, making the catch out there in left. And it'll be F7 in your scorecard. Tawa throws it into the infield. Acuña gets to third, but there are 2 outs. What that does do, if there's a balk, if there's a wild pitch, an error, that would score the run. A wild throw to one of the bases. The infield is back into the right. One time I'd like to see Acuña try to steal third base. Just see if we can pull it off. Harris batting .231 on the year. Righty-lefty matchup. And the first pitch on the way is right there. Change up on the outer edge. It's 0-1. It's a well-placed pitch there. If he swings at that, unless he just punches it, he's going to pop that up. Pirates knocked out the Orioles 8-2 earlier. The Brewers beat the Royals 8-5. The 0-1, down and away. Good take. That changeup just fell off the table. It's 1-1. Rays 4, Twins 1. That's a final in extra innings. So he's gone changeup to start the at-bat. The 1-1. Swing, slices it back foul. Four-seam fastball coming in at 98 miles an hour. It's 1-2. 1-2 count. Brings it. Swing, rolls it over to second. Should be an easy play for Marte. It is, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves tie it up. We go to the bottom of the ninth. See who's coming in to pitch. Will they leave in Suarez? They'll go elsewhere here in Braves country.
Max, a woman in my section wants to know if we do anything gluten-free. What do I tell her? Tell her she's not allergic to gluten. She's just masking an eating disorder.
1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Pete Rose. We've just started a wet day in Baltimore. There's a fly ball down the right field line. Tough chance. It's in for a base hit. Rose is coming for 2. It gets away from Robinson. Rose hit the dirt. And had he rounded the bag, he might have gone for 3. He thought it would be a play on him at second.
Cincinnati's Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose, and this is the way Rose plays the game. Just 150% each and every time, whether the ball is there or not.
This helpful instructional message from the National Association of People Who Have Trouble Walking and Chewing Gum at the same time. Step, chew. Step, chew. Step, chew. Step, chew.
You're gonna agitate the bees. Well, I'm fine with the bees. It's the honey I don't want to agitate. Is that your end game here, honey? Yeah, I figure we keep the hive in the basement, we'll always have honey. We'll always have bees is what we'll always have. Wow! What? I think I just saw a wasp.
I think that was a wasp.
Did you see that? It looked like a wasp, right?
Is this a wasp nest?
This is a wasp nest. I'm out! I'm out!
Yeah. I don't want to tangle with a bunch of wasps.
Hey! Do wasps make honey?
No, wasps do not make honey.
All right, well, I'm going to check it out anyway. There could be something delicious in here that wasps do make, and I want that.
Walt Whitman. Brooklyn Eagle, 1846. In our sundown perambulations of late, through the outer parts of Brooklyn, we have observed several parties of youngsters playing base, a certain game of ball. Let us go forth a while and get better air in our lungs. Let us leave our close rooms. The game of ball is glorious.
You're listening to Braves Country Radio with Mac McGee, the classic call of Braves Country baseball. Raziel Iglesias is in here to start the ninth inning. First pitch to Tawas, outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. The 1-0. Four-seamer. Right there for a strike. It's 1-1. Braves 5, Diamondbacks 5. Seesaw affair all game long. The 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? He did not. 2-1. It'll be Tawa, McCann, and then the top of the order with Marte. That's assuming they don't pinch hit for McCann as the 2-1 pitch. Swing, chops it off his instep. We'll do it again. On the bench for the Diamondbacks, available to pinch hit. They've got Del Castillo and Thomas. Most likely it'd be Moreno as he's backing up there on the as the 2-2 pitch, a swing, pops it up high in the sky, and F8 in your scorecard's 1 away. Moreno typically hits the middle of their lineup, and waiting for them to show it on the screen, but I would think, yeah, that's going to be him. He's coming on. So he'll come on to face. Is that a last-second decision? I mean, he's just getting to the on-deck circle and swinging his bat. Moreno coming to the plate. And then Barossa, and then the top of the order. I think I misspoke on that last time. Barossa stands on deck. They still have Del Castillo and Thomas. Alec Thomas, the speedster. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's on once. There's a good chance, but you could get. Del Castillo is also a catcher. You could get, if Moreno were to get on, for them to pinch run with Thomas. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, chops it down the line. Foul. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. 5-5 your score. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors for your Atlanta Braves. 5 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error for Arizona. The 0-2 pitch swing. That ball is belted high and deep, and thankfully well left of the foul pole. It's 0-2, and thankfully that kid's dream didn't come true of making that ball fair. Can you imagine? The 0-2 count. That sounds like something they would invent for like some ESPN league. The 0-2 misses high, four-seam fastball, 1-2. Brosa on deck, and then Marte is in the hole. Braves trying to push this to the 10th inning. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, right 3, 2 down. Braves Country today will come your way tomorrow, noon Eastern, as we'll go over the Angels series. Brosa stands in, first pitch on the way, swing, fouls it away, it's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Marte in the top of the order stands on deck. The good thing about Harris rolling over and ending the inning last inning is the 0-1, high and out of the zone, 1-1. He'll be our ghost runner to start the 10th if we make it that far. The 1-1 count. Down and in, ball 2, 2-1. You would have Ozzie and Dubon and Riley do up. They put 3 different guys in that position. They went from White to Smith to Farmer to Riley. So it's almost going to feel like the heart of the order in theory. The 2-1 pitch from Iglesias turns and fires. Changeup swung on and rolled over towards second. It's going to be a 4-3, and that'll end the inning. So 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th here in Braves Country. 5-5. We're still alive.
Lose some weight.
Oh, come on, Quigley. Will you don't give me that?
Look at me. 92. And I still enjoy swimming and golfing and biking, all sports.
Whoopee.
That too.
Come on, after all at your age, must be down to a handshake, huh?
Yep, before and after.
Look at that. The Hendersons are getting a new fence.
Ah, who cares? They're swingers.
I want a new fence.
Need a home loan fast? At the American Bank of Los Santos, we'll help you get the debt you need to make life easier. We'll show you how to look richer and be poorer. You need to impress people fast, not in 20 years. It's only a risk if you get into money troubles or the economy changes. Call American Bank of Los Santos. Now that the kids have moved out and have drug problems of their own, maybe it's time to install a luxury marble wet bar. American Bank of Los Santos. Why worry about tomorrow if you look inadequate today?
I love football. Who's your favorite player? I like them all. I like Aaron Rodgers. Never heard of him. He was the quarterback for the Jets. So is Aaron Rodgers. He tore his Achilles. So did Aaron Rodgers. Who else do you like? I like TJ Watt. Watt. Whatever. I also like Christopher McCaffrey. Christian. Really? Me too. I turned my life over to the Lord back in 2015.
Memorize this one. What if God ruined your plans so that your plans wouldn't ruin you?
That's so interesting that it would come out 90 feet. That somebody sat down, Mr. Cartwright or whoever, and said, hey, it ought to be 90 feet. It just sounded like a logical number. The fact of the matter is, in retrospect, if it were 88 feet, the game would be very different. Think of the plays at first base. Think of the double plays that wouldn't be completed on an 88-foot first base and second base. If it were 94 feet, we'd be throwing people out all over the place. Batting averages would drop remarkably. So if 90 feet was something somebody said, hey, that's a good number, that was a pick from heaven.
MH2, Michael Harris II, sitting out there. At second base is the ghost runner. And Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch swinging down around his shoe tops. It's 0-1. We'll pull the screen back so you can see what's going on if there's any traffic moving. Infield is back and to the right. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-1. 1-1 count. Braves have come back. This has been a seesaw affair. Very impressive game so far. The 1-1. Rashi brings it, swing. The ball is dribbled over towards the right side. Ozzy's going to be out on the 4-3, but on the play, Money Mike moves down to third, so a good job by Ozzy to make sure he hits it to the right side of the infield, and there's one down, which will bring the infield in. With one out and Dubon coming to the plate. On deck is Riley. In the hole is Mateo, and he's already gotten 2 hits today. Righty. Dubon digging in. The first pitch on the way. Up top for a strike. Slider high in the zone. It's 0-1. 5-5 your score. Braves and Diamondbacks. The infield drawn all the way in, all around. The 0-1 to Dubon. Swing, hits it hard on the ground, and backhanded. Good play there by Perdomo. That's going to be a 6-3 put out, and there's 2 down. Man, oh man. That ball's just hitting a little further to the side. He would have had to have laid out, and Harris could have got down there, but good play by Perdomo, and now it's going to be up to Riley to try to come through with the base knock or a wild pitch or something here. Righty matchup. Riley, first pitch, misses high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. The Braves in their bullpen still have Beto and Bummer, Payamps, and Suarez. The 1-0 to Riley. Swing, fouls it straight back, slider, man, 1-1. And he's hitting well. That ball is shot to the right side of the field and probably over the wall. He's just a touch off right now. Braves 5, Diamondbacks 5. Top of the 10th, infield back and to the left. Here's the pitch. Inside, good take. 92-mile-an-hour four-seamer. 2-1. 2-1 count. Brings it. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Lazy fly ball in the right field, and that'll end the inning. So Riley once again coming up snake eyes. We'll be back in a flash here on the Braves Country Radio Network.
You don't like Drake? How could you not like Drake?
Who's Drake?
Who's Drake?
Drake is good.
I told you the Drake was bad. I hate the Drake.
Now I want to ask you about, wouldn't you rather have this name spelled G-O-O-S-H, the phonetic spelling, rather than all the S's, W's, and Z's?
Gives him some character, though.
G-W-O-S-D-Z is the spelling, but it's pronounced Goosh.
Well, his nickname is iChart, and you can understand that. It's about 72 points on the Scrabble board.
Well, then he ought to make a great umpire when he retires as a player. Pitch a bit low. Goosh, he's been around. I remember that name with other teams. He's been with Walla Walla, Reno, Amarillo, Hawaii, and San Diego. That evens a count, a ball, and a strike.
Did you go to many games in Walla Walla?
I like the name of it. It's one of my favorite towns. Do you know what Walla Walla spelled backwards sounds like? Allah. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. I learn something every day working with you.
How'd we get started on this silly stuff?
You just robbed a house. You have all this great stuff that now belongs to you, but you got this annoying pang of guilt nagging at you. Well, worry no more, because your friends at Cell Block Greeting Cards have the answer for you. Introducing our new line of petty crime thank you cards. Before you smash and grab one of our cards and leave it behind on your next heist. Choose from any of these fine heartfelt cards like
Thank you for the plasma TV.
Or
Thanks for the PlayStation, alcohol, and penny jar.
And
Don't use your toothbrush.
For a limited time, introducing
I'm Still in the House.
And many more sentimental petty crime thank you cards.
Available at any back alley, shadowy parking lot, or
armchair.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Joel Pyomps comes on, which kind of makes sense if you realize what we have left. More likely to bring in Pyomps if we can get through this inning. Then you're really limited at that point. As the first pitch on the way, swing, that ball's ripped towards right field, over the head, and that's going to end the game. Off the wall, and he was tagging, but the ball's going to shatter off the wall and making the track around the bases to end the game is the center fielder, Barossa. Marte smoked that ball over Yastrzemski's head. He had no chance of getting that, and Pyomps gets blowed up, and it's 6-5 your final.
This sucks, and it's horse but I'm too polite to say anything, because I'm a class act.
There isn't anything to do. We're done. We're licked. What do they do to us? Right now, we're caught as we're wanted. If it's amusement you're after, I guess the game's up.
Man, it's all over with.
Oh, what a loser! So goodbye, everybody, and remember, please, for the next day or so, the terrible lesson you learned tonight.
Oh, no! We suck again!
That's it, 6-5 your final. The Braves do split the series, so that's the good news. Bad news is when you lose the last game of the series, it feels like a letdown. 6-5 your final score. Pyomps will get the loss, although it won't be an earned run because the inherited run on the Ghost Runner does not give you an earned run. And Marte, the hero for the Diamondbacks. The game ended just the way it started. Marte ripping a double, and 6-5 your final. Braves will fall to 6-4. Still a good start for the Braves. Arizona 5-5. And we will see you tomorrow, 7 o'clock tomorrow night. It's going to be, we're going to catch the Royals and Guardians in action. So we'll get you the first, we'll probably get there around the third or fourth inning. And then it's pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. 9:38 is the time in Anaheim as we will take on the Angels. I'm sure folks like Peter will be excited to see Travis d'Arnaud. Hopefully he gets the start. Who knows? We'll see you tomorrow for Braves Country Today, noon Eastern, you Country Club members. We'll see you then. Have a good one. Casey at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with one inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude, grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain. And they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.
Goodbye, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. We're back tomorrow with another show. Well, unless we're fired, we'll talk to you then. Goodbye, sweetheart. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Guys and gals, it's time to go. We'll see you on the next show.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
It's closing time, y'all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Have a great one. On your way out, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to tip your favorite bartender. We'll see you. I'm Mac McGee, signing off for Braves Country Radio.